Vacations. Stay frosty, soldiers.
You can take this? Thought you'd be more intimidating.
Sabi mo hangout tayo, puro ka naman games eh.
Sabi ko naman kasi sa'yo, subukan mo to. Mag-i-enjoy ka, promise.
Hindi nga kasi ako gamer eh. Pero sige na nga, ngayon lang to ha. Wow! Anong gagawin natin dito?
Magkakampi tayo, tapos kalaban natin silang lahat. Kailangan sa huli tayo lang matira, kaya dapat alert ka ha.
Lahat sila papatayin? Lahat?
Ganun na nga. Enjoy lang tayo, ha?
Time for the mission. Get ready.
Anong gagawin ko ngayon?
Sundin mo ako, kailangan na natin kumuha ng baril.
Okay.
Enemy spotted!
First blood.
Uy! Ayos to ah! I'm hit!
May sniper! Nagka-heal kita!
Thanks, Westy.
Using adrenaline shot now.
Stay alert. Go, go, go! Nice! Subukan mo naman makatapos sa susunod! Konti na lang! Watch your six!
Only 2 teams left, getting close to victory.
Sa likod mo!
We have a winner.
See? Sabi kasi maganda, di ba?
Tara, isa pa!
Tara, tara! Start mo, start!
Sige.
shadows right under your noses. You have absolutely no idea what you're up against.
If you would like to get exclusive content updates, previews, and events, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notifications. Stay frosty, soldiers.
Bestie, sabi mo hangout tayo. Puro ka naman games eh.
Sabi ko naman kasi sa'yo, subukan mo to. Mag-i-enjoy ka, promise.
Hindi nga kasi ako gamer eh. Pero sige na nga. Ngayon lang to ha. Wow! Anong gagawin natin dito?
Magkakampi tayo, tapos kalaban natin silang lahat. Kailangan sa huli tayo lang matira, kaya dapat alert ka, ha?
Lahat sila papatayin? Lahat?
Ganun na nga.
Hello!
Enjoy lang tayo, ha?
Time for the mission. Get ready.
Anong gagawin ko ngayon?
Sundin mo ako, kailangan na natin kumuha ng baril.
Okay.
Enemy spotted!
First blood.
Uy! Ayos to ah! I'm hit!
May sniper! Nakahihil kita!
Thanks, Bestie.
Using adrenaline shot now.
Stay alert. Go, go, go! Nice! Subukan mo naman makatakas sa susunod! Okay na lang! Watch your six!
Only 2 teams left, getting close to victory.
Sa likod mo!
GG!
We have a winner.
See? Sabi kasi maganda, di ba?
Tara, isa pa!
Tara, tara! Start mo, start!
Sige.
Girls, welcome to the Valkyrie series brought to you by Call of Duty Mobile. My name's AJ, I'm the Mustachio down here with the one and only Beef Mommy to bring you all of the hottest action from the day.
Ladies, time to shine. We've already battled it out and we do have 8 qualified teams here today. And if you guys are fans of these teams, don't forget to comment down below all of your names, all of that. Like this stream, share the stream if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook. Just give your love and support.
Absolutely, yo. It's going to be a single round robin best out of 3. All of the competitors will meet the other teams at least once in the group stages here, Beef Mommy, which means a lot of action has been lined up for us here today with these ladies.
Exactly. And we actually have 7 days to complete all of this group stages. So we have today, tomorrow. We also have a lot of dates for you guys today. So for this week, we have 4 dates and next week 4 again. So it's going to be a battle and jam-packed day. So again, for the qualified teams that we have here, it's going to be interesting to see because there's going to be 2 from Malaysia, 2 from Singapore, and 4 from the Philippines. And then let's let all of it out. We have XDG LXIX, we have Sukeban, 21 Huntsman, Huntress, Velvet, AIM Artemis, and Eugenesis, Team Eve, and Gaijin Invicta.
Ooh, yeah, boy. These are the top 8. 4 out of the 8 from the Philippines, 2 from Singapore, 2 from Malaysia, just like Beef has walked you through already. We cannot wait to see exactly what they have in store for us in here today.
Yep, exactly. And all of these teams have really battled it out. They've literally hunted out probably 100 teams, really trying to see if they can actually get it here into the group stage. And at the end of the day, we are going to be reaching off to the playoffs. And again, you can see all these 8 teams, all of this in round robin, heading over to the playoffs, which is going to be 4 teams double elimination. And all of these teams are going to be battling it out, definitely for the final, getting that crown, being called the Valkyries of this competition.
And that is something we are definitely looking forward to, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to find out which girl squad is the best in the whole of MYSG in here, Beef. Do you have a favorite team from the whole list of this 8 from the get-go, Beef?
Well, okay, I'm going to give one that's not from my country because I feel like that's going to be a little bit too obvious. But I've already seen these girls in the Fairies tournament. So I think I really want to go with 21 Huntress because I've seen how well they do. They came up a little bit short in that competition. I know they went against Divo Lady and they didn't really get that. But I'm very excited to see this team. But again, let's talk about that prize pool over here. We have $3,000 for our prize pool. And the first place will get $1,500. The second place will get $750. The third place will get $500, and the fourth place will get $250.
I love it. I love it that there's money on the table. I love it. It's not just going to be limited to CPs in here, but this is just to kick things off, right? This is just to go out there and tease the audience. We know Garena Call of Duty will be, bringing in way more than this for those future prize pools. So all of you better watch out. This is going to be setting the standard in here to test the market. We want to see those numbers come in here as well. So please do show everyone and all of the investors of Call of Duty Mobile that the Valkyrie series is gonna be a series that's gonna be hot out there in the market. So smash that share button today.
Yes, exactly. And I really love what you said. Like, we really need to amp up all of this to really get it going because it's all about what the people want, right? And we have this competition to actually get that. The ladies, we deserve some love. And I'm really, really honored to actually be here, to be a lady myself, to be able to cast a competition like this with the amazing Mustachio. And you know what? I want to throw the question back to you, AJ. What team are you most likely, willing to root for?
Root for, I don't know if I'm rooting for them. We will give each and every one of them a fighting chance in here, but I kind of have a few favorites in here. It's a few, unfortunately. It cannot be just one. Gaijin Invicta are one of those teams I'm definitely looking out to. It's 21 Huntress. They are from Malaysia. I don't mind supporting a Malaysian team. They are. It's absolutely fine. You've got to call, talent exactly where talent is. And the 21 Huntress, these guys, they were a random team put together for a very small ladies-only competition here in Malaysia called Gun and Ginshu 2.0. And that was it. They found the synergy from that competition, and they've stuck together ever since. A random team sticking together because they see value in each other, and they've kind of ground their way all up in the scene here in Malaysia. So this will be the schedule for the day, beef. XDG LXIX will open the day up facing the 21 Huntress from Malaysia, and then Sukeban will take on Gaijin Invicta.
Oh, very amazing matchup here. But then the latter end is going to be Velvet versus NU Genesis. And for the last but not least, we have Team Eve and AIM Artemis. And again, I really want to showcase how well these women will be. And we're going to know at the end of the day who really has it, who is going to be up against the semifinals. But again, this is only day number 1. So there's still a lot of things that can happen here. And it is a round robin. So we're just racking up the points for this one.
Yeah, absolutely, yo, absolutely. So, it's going to be an all-out fight, and that fight is going to be for the bragging rights. The fight is going to be to show, each and every one of those pro teams out there exactly what these ladies have to offer here out on the table. This can lead to so many good things, beef. This could lead to, those other pro teams spotting some real great talent in here. And for all those pro teams that are already out there joining the lineup of, NRX 2911 and such will be looking for these ladies to join them as well. XDG LXIX with a lineup of Afia, Afro, Venice, Consta, Sika, as well as Yaki going to be dropping into the stage just to blow their opposition
Yes,
away.
man. It's going to be the Filipino ladies for this one. And XDG, this clan is very well known in the Philippines, also called XD Gaming. And we've already seen them from the beginning of time, the beginning of Call of Duty Mobile. We've seen this clan, and these ladies are no joke. I've seen them. Yeah, I've seen them.
Mm-hmm.
So again, this is going to be interesting how XD Gaming is going to be interesting here because we know how well of a team they are, and it's going to be interesting how they actually get to be in this level. And again, with XDG, we've known that a lot of the greats have come from this certain clan. And again, with LXIX, it's going to be interesting how they are going to be able to really get that, really grasp that name, and really show how proud they are from this specific clan.
Yeah, we do apologize for the audio issues, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're trying to fix that up in the background, but no worries. We've got Beef right back in here with us, and we're going to make sure that doesn't happen again. We've got, so much of action coming up in here today, Beef. And, XDG LXIX, definitely one of the teams that will be able to serve up some hot action in here for us.
Exactly. And again, with XDG, we know how good that they can be, but then we already know how good the 21 Huntresses are. We already know how good they are, and the lineup will be Tyra, Sakura, Katniss, Edora, and Fox. We already know how good they are. The team leader's name is Katniss. You already know how good she is, and if she actually brings out that operator skill, which is going to be that bow over there, if she actually brings that out, then it'll be full circle. It's going to be amazing, and they did such a good job in the Fairies Invitational last January.
Yeah, no doubt about that at all, right? And here's the best part of this all. The best part is Katniss has been leading the team, a leader with no title in terms of not only is she the captain, she manages the team, she keeps the girls together. And, it's not just about what is going on the battlefield. They are real friends outside in the real world as well, always chilling together, building that bond between sisters. Now, when you bring something so strong out there onto that battlefield, it makes that communication part so much more easier. And, that is the dream team, isn't it, Beef? A team that can communicate well.
Yep, exactly. And again, speaking of communication, we're going to heading over to the maps and the modes, and we're going to be seeing the map picks and bans for each of these teams right now. And we can see here 21 Huntress actually wins that coin toss, so that means they're going to be getting map 1 and map 3, and it's going to spell trouble for the girls of XDG because we know how well of an advantage you are if you actually win that coin toss, and we're going to be seeing it here. Hardpoint, Search and Destroy, and Domination, all of these 3 games are going to be played today, and they are going to be racking up these points.
Ooh, okay, now let's see exactly what happens here, right? Because as they go in here for this mapping, many things can happen. Firing range as well as crossfire blocked out of the list. We know XDG does not want to allow the 21 Huntress to go down there towards the crossfire. They have been training with the boys from U2 RSG a little too much, preparing up for this stage. 21 Huntress, let's see exactly where they bring the Filipinos in here for game number 1. And they say, let's open things up at the hotel yard. Here, Beef.
Yes, sir. It is going to be taking off in Standoff. Again, a very interesting map choice because we know this is a classic map. We keep saying it time and time again. Standoff is one of the best maps that you can actually have there along with Raid because it is very, very balanced. You can see here 3 lanes are going to be occupied by all of these girls. And if you are going to be heading over to these power positions, especially for a game like Hardpoint, now you're going to want to get those in the first half. Now, if you're going to be seeing these girls in those power positions, whoever team gets that, they are definitely going to be getting those points.
Yep, no doubt about that at all. Who can go in and control Hatelia? That's going to be a game changer. It's definitely going to go and swing right back for hardpoint number 5, unless if it's a close and quick one, right? Sorry, not a close one, a quick one, and it finishes off. A standoff crossfire blocked off for search and destroy. And this time, the Filipinos get to drag the Malaysians into a place where maybe they think they've got a slight advantage. Let's see exactly where that is, and that is going to be Tunisia. So, this is one map where you don't really get to rotate much now, do you, B?
Oh, we already see this map already, AJ. We've been waiting for this particular map. I know that. We've been so hyped up about this map because it can be so unpredictable, especially at a map like Search and Destroy. Now, it's going to be amazing how all of these teams actually get into Tunisia right now. And again, Tunisia is going to be a very interesting map because it's very hard to see what kind of play that you're going to get because it's quite unconventional at a pro team like this, at a pro level. But again, that's what makes it even more amazing, right? And we're heading over here in Domination. Raid and Crossfire is going to be banned, with Raid being the banned part of 21 Huntress and XDG bans Crossfire. They really like to ban Crossfire over here. I feel like they've learned that 21 Huntress may be really good in Crossfire, but then Domination is going to be a different game. Again, we're going to be heading over from Standoff, Tunisia. Now, Standoff being a very balanced map, Tunisia being a more unconventional map. But if we're going to head on to Domination, I really want to see an interesting map over here, AJ.
Okay, so we could just see, the 21 Huntress bringing them into Summit here. Domination at Summit is something, U2 RSG has been able to, firing range. They want to bring it back to basics. It's going to be one of their most, strongest maps as well. The 21 Huntress, they want to play this safe. They want to play this well. No doubt in my mind that they will be able to do exactly what they want in here, right? Because a 2-map advantage, you get to dictate exactly where this fight happens. And, there's no doubt at all that they want to bring the opposition to not only where they're most comfortable with, but also where they think their opposition is going to be suffering a lot. So let's see exactly how their chess pieces fall into place.
Exactly, and all of these maps are very different. So I'm very interested how all of these teams are actually going to be able to play in this particular maps. And right now, we're heading off into Standoff Hardpoint. Now, in this particular game mode, again, we've been trying to say it's all about those power positions, and we're heading it off here in Hardpoint Standoff. And AJ, there's a lot of things that can happen here, and I think whoever gets this first Hardpoint is going to be able to actually get it.
So it's a QQ9 opener. It is XDG on point, and they will guard that hard point with their life. Katniss going in with that chopper gameplay all the way from the rooftop of the house, but not very lucky with that play as well. Get spotted out and deleted. A way too strong of a start from the Filipinos, only because the attempt not coming in strongly from the Malaysians here.
Yeah, I feel like they weren't really going into the hard point really aggressively, unlike the Filipinos. But we can see here the contest is going, and they are inside the hard point, and they're going to be racking up all of these points. And right now, they're doing a good job so far. But then just like that, the XDG actually just gets that as well. And right now, Ven is doing such a good job, really doing that defense right.
It's going to be Sakura on the prowl. She needs to move in there for the takedown, but instead she will back away. Now, it's all fine and dandy. Maybe the hotel yard is where the 21 Huntress do not want to go in and, fight for those points and lose their lives, because when they, happen to get that done again and again after XDG has put up such a great defense in there, they're just going to be able to give their oppositions points on those score streaks later on. And the 21 Huntress dropping into the warehouse, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gets defense done right. Can the Malaysians come in and respond just the way XDG went through? Afia says, hell no, get the hell out of my warehouse. And it is XDG back on that hard point.
Wow, Afia with that amazing double kill, and it's so amazing how she was able to flush out those many members, and it's quite amazing how they were able to do that. It's like, I know the rotation came on early with the 21 Huntress, but they weren't able to actually keep that. They weren't able to defend, and now they were able to actually get that XDG doing such a good job of flushing out and really winning those gunfights. And right now they actually need to go rotate a little bit earlier on and maybe let go of that hard point, because right now 21 Huntress, they are poised in position here at Blue House.
Okay, so I love exactly what is going on here, right? The 21 Huntress, they know when they've lost a battle, they don't want to go in and challenge for it. They back away. Afia, once again, just flying through with the KRM, teaching the 21 Huntress, you should not be occupying the space that I want to stand in. But Idora shuts her down, and they will continue picking up those points. The 21 Huntress playing this perfectly, but XDG not making it easy at all, B.
Yes, exactly, and doing such a really, really good job. And right now they have a hold of that hard point, especially right now with that operator skill. The Sparrow is out, but then she does get that kill, and they're going to be able to get a lot of points, really racking up, really having that solid defense that we have here. Afea, yet again, such strong defense from her right now, and she has so many kills. She has 10 kills, the most out of everyone so far in this matchup.
Okay, so now let's see exactly how the 21 Huntress pull this back, right? So what I was about to say earlier was that they think things through. They cannot go in for the fight. They don't want to lose their lives. They rotate over to the next hard point. They've done that twice, technically 3 times now already, but you cannot keep running away from that battle. You cannot keep going on to the next hard point, because it puts you in a situation like this. 36-90, the 21 Huntress, they are trailing way back. Now we need to see a little bit more aggression at that bakery. The girls from Malaysia will go into bake. Maybe is this gonna be a curry pop that comes out? Is it gonna be a spicy sambal, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We will find out, because Fox is locking down the bakery, and at this moment the 21 Huntress are making their way back into the game, B.
And we already know Bakery is going to be a hard point that you'd want to get, because and just like that, XDG actually gets a hold of it. 21 Huntress lets it go right now, and this is the money hill. The team who gets the most points in this hill most likely will actually win this one. We've already seen it so many tournaments, and right now Sakura trying so hard to actually get into there, but wasn't able to do so.
And this is why it pains me. This is why it pains me to sit here and shoutcast a game that has got Malaysians and Filipinos in here, because it is a fact, yo. The Philippines is crazy when it comes to the talents in, the esports world, in the mobile gaming world. Look at XDG just rip through the champions of Malaysia, yo. This is no small team. This is the 21 Huntress, and they are giving them a run for their money. But the fight is not over. Here comes that battle, but even as I say that, XDG will rip that hard point straight back out of their heads. The hotel yard belong to us, they say, B.
Here we go with the eco. We can see all of their score streaks are saved up. We do have Saika here with the X1 Goliath, proving to be so hard to actually get rid of. She's been out for so long. And right now, Venice also has that. And it's going to be hard right now, because there's 10 points left, and it's going to be hard for the 21 Huntress to actually get all of these points and win this one, AJ.
Yeah, come on! This is the push that we need, but is it too late? Afia, the one who has been carrying the squad all the way through, will fly right back through. You wanted the Sparrow in the hands of the 21 Huntress? Watch Afia strut her way through as XDG LXIX look to shut down the 21 Huntress. Just one more point in there, and it's game over.
That was not even close, especially with Afia and that shotgun. We've already seen in the ranked games that the shotgun, the KRM, is going to be very deadly. And to add it up with her type of movement, definitely a player to look out for. Such an amazing, amazing squad here. And they were able to actually get those points. And we saw that 21 Huntress, they weren't able to actually use a lot of their score streaks and their operator skills. It's because they were actually losing their gunfights.
Okay, so there are a few things that we can touch on. There are a few things that I guess we can cut them a little bit of slack for, right? Because that didn't look like the OG 21 Huntress that we usually come across. They got owned at that standoff. We can just, write that off as match opener or, series opener, tournament opener, jitters, all right? Because that was not the OG 21 Huntress. Or was it just the fact that XDG was just so good that they made the 21 Huntress look like they were having jitters on the opening day. Nobody wants to go in and perform like that, and XDG just forced the points out, Beef.
Yeah, exactly. And that was such an amazing effort. The rotation was amazing. But then, let's just say 21 Huntress actually went to those rotations early enough. They weren't able to sustain it. They weren't able to defend it correctly. And I think that was their major downfall, the fact that they weren't able to defend and really win those gunfights. Because you can have all those early rotations, right? But if you lose that will be, you basically have no use for that.
Yeah, let's put it this way, right? Early rotations are good, but too early, then you're wasting so many opportunities. You're wasting so much of time. You could say that, we want to starve those score streaks away from our opponents, but yeah, you're just delaying the inevitable, because when they meet you later on, they still farm those points on you anyway. The best way to find out if or not you're going to be able to pull this off is at least go in for the commit a couple of times. We didn't see that. From hard point number 1, the 21 Huntress either didn't want to go in for the commit, they didn't want to try, or when they tried, they got flushed out. Here are your stats, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Afia picking up that MVP. 22 kills on the board, and she falls 13 times because of her aggression. 7 on that assist. If you ask me, Venice was a little closer to perfection with the 5 assists there, but she only fell 9 times with 19 kills on the board. Absolute solid performance coming in here from the LXIX team. On the side of the 21 Huntress, not as impressive, don't you think, Beef?
It's so impressive to actually see all of these numbers right now, especially that, we know that this is a very hard tournament, and getting 22 kills from Afea, seeing all of that is definitely amazing. And look at all of their pictures over there. They're the Happy Tree friends. They look cute, but they will kill you. They will be brutal. And right now, they did show that over here. 150 and 78 here in Hardpoint Standoff. What an amazing opener here by XDG LXIX.
Yep. Okay, so as we go into Tunisia, things are going to change. If they weren't changing, we wouldn't be going to Tunisia, right? Tunisia is just a scary map. Even the boys are having such a tough time with it. And when I say even the boys, I literally mean like those guys who are going in there in the competitive scene. They've had so many more opportunities. The ladies have not been given the opportunities as many times at the pro scene. And therefore, it is what it is. We are starting here. The boys have had more of a chance, and even they have been messing up Tunisia to no end so far, Beef. A lot of those teams just haven't managed to go in with a proper strat for Tunisia just yet. Will the ladies be able to show us exactly what they have to offer on this very, very romantic setting?
Well, it's not going to be romantic. That's what I'm going to tell you. But it's going to be very interesting nonetheless. Tunisia Search and Destroy. Here we go. And I think it's a very ballsy move by the girls here to actually pick Tunisia. And we know that XDG LXIX, this is their map pick. And I know that they're going to have some things really prepared for us today.
Ballsy, but no pun intended, right?
Maybe.
Okay. Okay, this is a choke point right here. It looks like it's an alpha attack, Yaki! But Sakura, a little too fast this time. You want to take it up on hard point, you want to dominate us, we'll come right back, but Saika just shuts down Fox. Katniss taken out by Venice herself, and this is gonna be a shutdown maybe coming in from XDG as Fia shuts Sakura out of the equation. Idora in here, done out as well. Terra solo, a 4-on-1 situation, not gonna be easy at all. Shut down by Afia. Oh no, she shuts Afia out, and this is perfection with the QQ9. But is she gonna be able to hit these far shots though?
No, it's gonna be hard, and just like that, we already see it. She only has the QQ9. We got there. The sniper does get the job done, and then right now we have 1-0 in favor of XDG LXIX, and I think we can see why they chose this map. They positioned themselves so well.
Yeah, so you really need to go in and master this map. You just have one chance. You set up your... In terms of a defense, you need to put that split push, and look at them. The 21 Huntress have got their split push with the defense done right now. The two players are going in for a rotation right around showroom to try to catch a backstab, but there's already one player waiting at the gardens. Are we going to be able to see an early takedown here? Terra, she's going to go in right round out of garden. Beautiful backstab by Yaki, and that's what happened when you don't check your corners at Tunisia. Yaki getting the placements just right. Positioning is power at Tunisia, and it looks like XDIG will be sitting down on top.
Oh, what a beautiful snipe here by Consta, and this is what we've been saying. This is why this map is so dangerous. It's because you can get backdoored so much over here, just like what Yaki did. And again, Yaki with the backdoor kill right again. Yaki doing such a good job at the flank.
You need to know the map. Unfortunately, the 21 Huntress are showing the map knowledge is there, but perfection just not good enough, right? XDG LXIX with the slay, 2 points up here already, Beef, and they look so impressive here.
Yep, exactly. And right now, it's a very smart choice that they actually chose this map, because not a lot of teams will actually choose this. So if you really master this type of map, now it's going to be in your favor. And right now, Alfeo with that opening pick, AJ.
Oh, Sakura taken down so early, and this is going to be a bravo push coming in here from XDG. And once they have sought out a 5-lady defense, how will the retake come back through? Is going to be the pop of smoke. Katniss is already low. Tira going in for those shots, cannot get her aim done right. Venice just shuts her down, and it looks like Tunisia belongs to the team of XDG LXIX. Fox, the only final player. Venice will put that to rest as well, as the Filipinos take the 3rd point in a row.
What a beautiful play here by XDG. They went straight to Bravo, knowing that the A, and right now they're going to be doing another split push, and it's going to be difficult for the 21 Huntress to actually get into position for this one, because we can see that XDG knows this map at the back of their hand right now, and they're going to have a really amazing time as Consta again gets the pick off of Fox.
Yeah, so the best, possible scenario is for them to, as I'm saying it, they're getting slain left, right, center. Hidora takes Yaki out, and that's gonna be one thing for them to shout about at the very least. Katniss, Hidora, a 2-4 situation right now. One player just swinging right around the garden, gonna penetrate through Winery, and the other player is gonna follow her along as well. And they need to stick together here. If you allow one to go right in front of the other, like what Katniss is doing right now, Katniss is gonna get shut down. Hidora's not going to give that back up, but Katniss manages to go for the slay. That's about it. When Venice has gone in, taken her out, what can this one player do now, Beef?
Pick up a sniper, please. Don't do it. Don't do it, Adora. Please pick up that sniper. That Katniss just dropped, and she just went in there too aggressively. But then there was only 10 seconds on the clock, so there's really not much that she could do. And I feel like it's because 21 Huntress doesn't know this map well enough to actually go in there, and they're just getting picked off one by one. It's really, it's kind of sad to actually see all of this, especially with a scoring like this, 4-0. You know very well what is going to happen here, but I hope that they actually read their mistakes and not commit them again.
Yeah, so the 2100s, they're clearly showing us that, They have got map awareness. They're getting around the map without an issue. They're going in for their flanks. They know they're committing to those flanks because they know which way to run in. The problem is they have not gone through the match strats the way XDG LXIX has proven to have gone through. Yaki dropping down. Oh, gets an easy takedown on Idora. And Tira will make her pay for that, leaving us with a 3-on-3 here now, B.
That was a very good trade here by 21 Huntress, and this is what they need. This is what they've learned already, Fox, with the kill, and they're going to be able to try to actually get a defused 2v2 situation here, AJ. And there's a lot of things that you can do here. There's 20 seconds on the clock. There's not much time left, and you really need to do and to split. One person should actually go for the kill and one person for the defuse right now. Consta doing such a good job of being such a nuisance. They're too scared to actually go for Consta right now.
Oh, beautiful comeback. Fox takes down Consta. Tira, is this the start of a comeback? Because they've also gone in here for the rotation, and it puts the bomb in the hands of the 21 Huntress. We've seen that they're not that great on the defense, but on the offense, will we see those claws come out to scratch?
Oh, and I'm so excited to actually see them scratching right now. And right now we see here Katniss with a sniper trying to see if he can actually get that opening pick. Not quite seeing anyone. And we see here a very early rotation. Katniss gets that opening pick off of Yaki.
One more go. She misses that one, but well played in. Wow! Unfortunately, Venice a little too fast. Consta with the opportunity, but it's a 2-on-1 situation. Sakura not gonna waste that. A 4-on-2. We are left now, and all of a sudden, XDG doesn't look that impressive. It flusters you when you are on the defense. It flusters you when you have to anticipate which side your opponents are coming back in here from. And rotation on Tunisia is such a pain just because of the size. Seika goes in, identifies, but Sakura with that shutdown. Venice final bots that potato shot on the snipe, providing the 21 Huntress the opportunity, and Idora will take back point number 2.
Now, that was a very disappointing rotation there by Sika. Didn't really win that. Should have just took another shot to take one man down, but then there were too many members of 21 Huntress left there, and we can see here the genius that is 21 Huntress. Maybe they learned from their mistakes, and we can see it over here, and right now they're doing such a good job at attacking. And with a map like this is heavily favored on the attack side. The defense is going to have a harder time.
Yeah boy, this is the kind of action we came in here to see, and we do not want to see just a 2-0 victory. No, we want this to get pushed all the way into game number 3. Katniss shutting Venice out of the equation, and she does that to Consta as well. Katniss on fire as Afia gets taken out of the equation. It's a 5-on-2 thanks to the captain of the 21 Huntress, Seika. Sakura as well as Katniss taken out with a 2-piece, and here comes the comeback. Idora just thinning out the herd. The Filipinos just have got one hope, and it's gonna be Seika and a shutdown with the Malaysians with the comeback as they will grab point number 3, Beef.
Ooh, beautiful comeback here by 21 Huntress, and this is what we're talking about. They're learning. Now, this is a sign of a great team. The fact that they can actually get into that while in-game and actually adjust according to your enemy, now that is very smart. And we can see how smart these girls are, especially having that 3-point comeback. Katniss, especially with that lead over here, with that sniper. Now, that is going to be very, very dangerous. Tries to get another pick, but doesn't quite get it.
Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Now let's see if or not this is gonna work out for Consta. Venice has taken down Fox. It is a 1-on-5 situation, and it looks like XDG just want to shut this off before it gets out of hand. And this is going to be an impossible situation, but also an opportunity to prove yourself. And Positions goes in for that slight. Nah, you're not going to be able to take her out from there, but a backstab, hell yeah. It's too easy as XDG moved to shut this game down.
Whew, Consta being so good at that sniper over there, barely even seeing her at first, just seeing that and getting that information that you wanted right now. 21 Huntress really doesn't want to go for that rotation in B, but I know that XDG knows that they're going to be rotating there because they did such a good job a while ago, and really planting at A was dangerous for them a while ago. Yaki trying to get that first pick off of that, and
One more, and it's gonna be just Eudora, yo. Looks like XDG just want to put a small little message out there. Look, Mustachio, on the defense, on the offense, all you need to remember is XDG. Now, this is Eudora with one opportunity at redemption. Can she extend? Can she give the 21 Huntress a lifeline here? It's a lot to ask for. It's a lot to ask. A 5-on-1 situation, but 1 minute, 10 seconds on the clock, yo.
Well, I'll be honest, a map like this, you can easily get an ace here. And here we go, a two-piece by Eudora. Is she going to be able to actually get that ace? And we know this map is perfect for all of that 1v5 situation. If you are in this map, best believe that you might have an easier time. And she has 52 seconds on the clock, but she does have to get the bomb, which they know, XDG knows where the location of that is. She's going to have a really far rotation to the very end of the match, trying to see if you can actually get a pick here.
Yeah, opportunity coming up for Eudora, ladies, German boys, girls. Check your corner! And she does take a corner, but unfortunately, she will get flanked from the left. And XDG gets it taken. But what a comeback possibility. Well, hope, one last hope given for the 21 Huntress. Unfortunately, XDG wanted to have nothing to do with a comeback, Debbie.
I was bouncing on my chair. I thought she was actually going to get that ace. And this is what we're saying. In a comeback situation like that, a 1v5 situation in a map like this, now that is going to be doable, more doable than other maps. And we've seen it over there. She almost got that one so close, but wasn't quite able to get so. But then you can see how well a player is under pressure. She was actually able to get 4 players off of XDG. Now that is an amazing play right there.
Yeah, unfortunately, they just didn't manage to go all the way through. Eudora rightfully pulling the MVP up for the 2100 side, but it would be Sika. Oh, super sick play, yo. With the 7 kills as well as the 5 assists, she only fell 5 times in all of those 8 rounds. 3 out of those, this lady was up, standing tall, shutting down her opponents. Absolutely outclassed for the opener here. XDG LXIX dominates the 21 Huntress at the opener of the Valkyrie series.
But don't fret, guys. There's going to be a game number 3, which is going to be Domination. So maybe we're going to be seeing them shine over here because we are heading over to firing range. But before that, let's go over to the scores yet again. In standoff hardpoint, we see 78 and 150 in favor of XDG LXIX. And Tunisia yet again dominating once more with a 6-3 lead over here. And we're heading over to firing range. It's going to be interesting how these teams actually respond. And we know that XDG LXIX does really well in terms of getting those power positions and winning those gunfights, especially in hardpoint. But Domination is another type of game that is very rhythm based, and it's going to be interesting how 21 Huntress is actually going to be able to get this.
Yeah, it is definitely rhythm based, but the problem is, if anything was to be learned from game number 1, is the 21 Huntress don't like to force the issue, right? You want our hard point? Sure, please step into our hard point. We'll just move on to the next one. And they moved way too early. And then, you want hard point number 2 too? Sure, please come right in. Hard point number 3 is where we kind of saw the fight happening. And if they continue to do that at Domination, it's going to be an easy win. We're going to see XDG hold on to 2 of those hard points, and we will not see the 21 Hunters force the issue. No aggression being shown by the Malaysians, which is going to be very, very bad. We want to see these plays come through, B.
Yes, exactly. They basically just say, please come into my house. We're going to be serving cookies. Oh, don't forget to remove your shoes. Yeah, thank you so much. Well, thank you for killing us.
Okay, now, on the kill feed, all of a sudden, the 2100s have gotten pissed off with the Mustachio, and they're going in for the slay, yo! 2100s all the way! But on the scoreboard, does that show? No, because Alpha as well as Charlie, the 2 points that have been taken down so far, nobody wants to go in for Bravo just yet until that white warehouse has been obtained under control. And it looks like the 2100s will be there to say that Bravo is all for us. But the white warehouse, on the other hand, Venice goes in to do the dirty, but eliminated, dominated by Katniss. All of a sudden, the 2100s want to pop off, but nobody is able to settle Bravo just yet. or am I gonna have to? No, come on.
No, they weren't able to get it, but right now Sika is gonna try to get rid of Katniss, and she knows that she's after for her, but why did she stop shooting? Why did she look away? She knows that Katniss is right there, and right now we can actually see 21 Huntress. They have the power positions that they need. We have Katniss in the tower, and we have one more lady over there in trailer, in tin, and what they have to get is actually top 10, which is going to be right beside the Bravo flag, and right now LXIX are having a hard time actually getting into position, but we can see here Alpha is almost going to be taken, and Bravo as well.
Oh, is this going to be a triple gap, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Sakura goes in for the prevention, but she gets shut down, and it looks like the triple gap is inevitable as XDG LXIX shut down the 21 Huntress. But here comes that comeback, and it's going to be Foxworth that pick up the support coming in from assistance as well. The 21 Huntress, they are fighting for their lives. They are fighting to hold on, but XDG, they want to try to make this look even easier than it is out there, B.
Dang, they should actually just, go to that position that they had a while ago. 21 Huntress had such great power positions that they were able to actually get in the first few points, but they lost it just like that. Consta getting that amazing kill here in trailer, and now this is what you want to be in. You want to be in trailer, and a while ago, 21 Huntress actually had that. They were able to get so many stuff over here, but then here we go again. Triple lockdown here. Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie being taken and dominated by XDG.
Okay, now let's see. Can they? Okay, Alpha has been taken back. This is the fight back. Can they get? Oh, Bravo! The prevention might have come through, but Katniss getting it done with a war machine, but still didn't manage to get that hard point, but finished off by Fox. This just might be that comeback, but the shutdown on Fox comes back a little bit too fast. The 21 Huntress, they've managed to do exactly what it takes to hold on to those points. They're not allowing XDG to run too far away for comfort. They are closing the gap, babe.
And we can see over here again, Bravo is being taken by XCG and Alpha as well. It is going to be another triple lockdown as Afia gets that amazing triple kill over here, really denying the girls of that Charlie flag, and we're heading over to round number 2 with a strong start from the XDG ladies.
Okay, now this seems to be sort of similar to what we already saw in game number 1 and 2, which is domination by XDG. Now, the only improvement here is by how much are they going in here for the win, right? They don't seem as dominant as they were in game number 1. Katniss with the strike right back against Afia, but is that enough to go and get these points? Because Alpha Charlie, easy for the pickup. It is right there at your spawn. Who's going to be able to do the double time and pick Bravo up? It looks like it is XDG to step up to the plate, but the prevention drops in from from Adora as well as Sakura.
Very beautiful defense here by the 21 Huntress, and they are going to be heading over to that B bomb side. But then the Bravo force does fail because Afia gets that cluster strike over here. Eventually gets that amazing kill, amazing defense, and Yaki tries to get that cleanup. It's going to be hard for the 21 Huntress to actually get here, especially considering that there's going to be an XS1 Goliath over here.
Okay, now let's see if or not they are able to take Alpha right back for themselves, because Charlie, as it was almost taken, Alpha gets prevented, Charlie gets taken over. XDG now putting in that extra work, making their money worth the time of all of their investors. 95 to 63, and XDG just looked to slay the Malaysians. 21 Huntress, can they make a comeback in Yabi? They are trying at that barracks hut so very hard.
Here we go. We can see it over here. They were able to actually get that Alpha flag, but then is it going to be enough? They're going to have to make that triple cap, but we can see here Bravo is going to be occupied by LXIX. Now it's going to spell trouble for them as they are very far away. Sika doing such a good job all on her own. She was able to actually get that, and here we go with the spawn trap. Venice with the operator skill, with the Sparrow right now. It proves to be very dangerous here in Charlie.
The comeback needs to happen and it needs to be a little bit, stronger, a little bit more aggressive. But unfortunately, there seems to be a very, very clear divide in the capabilities of the players that are playing out there on the field at the moment. And it looks like XDG is just a step above the 21 Huntress. They've been struggling all throughout this match. And we can write that off to the series opener, or it just first day match jitters, because this is not the classic 21 Huntress that everybody was expecting to pop off. And the comeback might be available here as they pick that Bravo up. Afia immediately going in for the denial. Katniss, Fox right there for that backup, and things are heating up once again. Beef, can they at least make one comeback in here?
Maybe they can do that, but then we can see here Bravo is gonna be taken by LXIX yet again. Katniss wasn't able to actually get that, but then Charlie is gonna be taken over again. Oh, I think we're gonna be able to actually see a triple cap over here. They need to take Charlie just a little bit more. They need to get this, because if they don't, it's gonna be a little bit too late, and they just need to actually rack up these points right now. They need to get a triple cap because it's gonna be a little bit too late.
Yeah, this is that fight that we were expecting. This is classic. This is classic 21 Huntress. But like you said, Beef, is it too late? And I'm afraid it is. Now, no matter what they do for the next few seconds, unless they take that Alpha, with that VTOL up in the air, the answer is hell no. As XDG LXIX gets your first series win of the day.
What a commanding presence that we've seen here in this opening matchup for today. It's going to be completely wild. It's not even going to be close. We thought that, the 21 Huntress could actually get back in their feet during that search and destroy map, but then they weren't able to do so. They were only able to shine for those 3 rounds, and for this domination round, it wasn't even close, AJ.
Unfortunately, fortunately for the 21 Huntress, Domination looked like such a more convincing, play compared to the first 2 matches, right? Because the first 2 matches, the score was slightly worse than match number 3. The 21 Huntress, they really showed us a little bit of promise, but that's the sad part. That little bit of promise was shown so freaking late into the game. The aggression came out a little bit too late. We needed to see that aggression pop out a little bit earlier. They started the game well, and then XDG rose up. They went back into the caves, and at the very end, they showed their claws once again. What was the use? Nothing. Afia, she picks that MVP spot. 32 kills, ravaging the Malaysians up in there. Falls 19 times with the 27 assists, dealing so much of damage. Look at that score, yo. 5,816. The amount of contribution Afia had in that match was crazy.
Yep, exactly. And she is such a crucial member, being the VIP in the hardpoint and also in domination. She was very, very important to actually get all of those points, get all of those kills, being such a nuisance to the 21 Huntress ladies. And we can see it over here again. You can see how dominating they can be over here. And with hardpoint, you see 150 to 78, search and destroy 6 to 3, and domination 150 to 110. Now, you can see how well these ladies have prepared for this moment over here, and I think that 21 Huntress, maybe it's the first day jitters. I'm hoping that's the case, because we have such high expectations for them, and we know that how well they can actually do. And I'm very excited to see the highlights of what's going to be playing here. Afia yet again with a beautiful kill, being so deadly with that KRM.
Yeah, see, the first game in here, it was all out XDG highlight time, right? Afia was just popping off left, right, center. Whatever we, kind of speculated we were going to see Katniss be able to do, yeah, Afia just took all of those titles, right? You wanted to say that, Katniss can pull out her Sparrow. Yeah, we saw Afia do that, and she was ravaging the match, right? And Seka as well. These guys were just absolutely sick with their gameplays. Venice was just popping off left, right, center. And we expected a stronger gameplay from the 21 Huntress, but unfortunately they just decided to give away all those points, Pete.
Exactly, and knowing that they've trained with the Udo RSG boys, but it's at the same time during a competition, actually being there, it really goes to show that you can't really have that amount of practice, and we can see it over here. But it's okay. I think it's just a matter of that map choice that we have over here, especially with that search and destroy. Now I'm really, really looking forward to Edora's 4-piece over here. I'm very excited to actually see that. Now that was like the highlight for me, I think, out of the whole competition so far. Even though they lost, I really thought she was going to get that ace.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna get it as well, but unfortunately, the gameplay on Tunisia was just way too poor for the side of 21 Huntress, and I really don't blame them. Like I said, even the boys who have been in the pro scene for so long, most of those teams just cannot wrap their head around Tunisia just yet. I haven't seen any of those teams step into Tunisia with just 100% dominance and perfection so far. No teams have been able to do that, even the top flight ones, right? This map is just very, very difficult to master. You need a great coach, I would say, to walk you through and how to dominate in here. The 2100s, they knew their rotations. This was the rotation coming in really well from Idora. She probably knows this map the best out of all of them. And what gives it away is checking for those power positions, checking for those points where you will get campers, right? Because the whole of Tunisia is just meant for you to camp.
Exactly, and all of those corners can be so dangerous. But then she knew where that was. But then heading over here again to Domination, and it's going to be very difficult to see here because it's just a complete annihilation here by the LXIX girls. And we can see here yet again Afia being so strong, and she wasn't even using the KRM in this point. She was actually using the QQ9 right now, being a meta gun that a lot of people have been using, which I'm actually very surprised that no one has been able to actually counter as much yet. And we see over here Afia going against a person with a Sparrow. Now that is absolutely crazy. Tyra had that Sparrow over here and then getting so many kills.
Yeah, so definitely, like, without a doubt in my mind, Afia needs a highlight reel of her own, right? Only because this lady is just absolutely crazy with the way she moves. For me, more important compared to the number of kills that you get, way more important than, the weapons that you choose, whether or not they are meta or not, is the movement of a player within that match itself. And she moves like crazy. She does not stand in one spot. You're not going to be able to hit her really easily. And that's the mark of a true pro player. To be able to shoot, anyone can shoot. To make sure you don't get shot at while someone is, you're shooting others. Yeah, that takes a whole other level of mastery, which we are seeing out of Afia. Whether or not she will be able to maintain that, show us that consistency is definitely what we are here to see throughout the whole group stage.
Yeah, exactly. And her movement reminds me of pro players like Crush and also maybe like Clove. You can see here, she takes on 2 or more people at a time, and she mostly gets double kills, triple kills, and it's amazing to actually see a player like this in this competition. And now that gives a lot of inspiration for girls who really want to be in a pro team and to really make gaming and esports very seriously. And that is why we are doing this right now.
Yeah, okay. So, on this note, right, I thought the Valkyrie series was a really, really good time to bring this up as well. You know how, the video games world itself has been very, very much boys' club for many, many years. But over the years, it has slightly changed a little by little. I wanted to talk about this, so I just went into Google and I typed out a simple survey as to how many girl gamers are there compared to guy gamers. Would you like to take a wild guess, Beef? What's the percentage like in the world?
I think girl gamers takes the cake. From what I've seen already, I think I've already heard of this. I know girl gamers actually lead to, compared to boy gamers. As the percentages, maybe I can say 60% women, 40% men.
Is 45, 46 is super duper close, right? And here's the best part. When you go into those games and when you hear those people on the voice chat, most of the time it's never the ladies, it's most of the time the guys, because whenever a lady opens up her voice chat, then things start to get a little bit unpleasant. And it's not all the time, some of the times. Now, Call of Duty Mobile has done something to fight against this. We don't want to make Call of Duty Mobile clean. We want to keep Call of Duty Mobile clean because the community in Call of Duty Mobile so far has been amazing. But there will be that one or two oddballs that just need a tight slap from the mustachio as well as their mama. Now, when you find these people that need that tight slap, all you need to do is jump over and you can report this directly to official Call of Duty Mobile moderators. Okay. Now, if you go over to my page, the Mustachio Gamer, the handle's right here on Facebook. If you check the pin comment or the post itself, you will see the links to these 4 moderators. Ladies, a lot of you are watching this competition right now because you want to see, can I be that person in the future? The answer is yes. All you need to do is just set up a team, go in there and ravage through these other squads, all right? But more importantly, start going into the in-game chat. And if anyone makes your life difficult for using the in-game chat, report them to our moderators so they can be served up a nice hot ban.
Yes, sir. And exactly, that's what's going to happen here. We are all equals, men, women, everyone in between. And this competition is really I think that this is like one of those markers, especially in Call of Duty Mobile, that's so important to actually have, because what I've noticed is that Call of Duty Mobile has a lot of women gamers compared to other games, and I'm so proud that we are actually here.
I do apologize. I just missed what the production just said in my ear, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So I might need them to repeat that again. But yeah.
Well, okay. It's going to be interesting how all of this actually really goes together. And especially with, like, you know, it's going to be a lot of these ladies really look up to the people over here, Mustachio, even myself. A lot of people watch us, and being able to actually get that platform out there, having a game that also cares about its players, it's going to be interesting how all of this plays through.
Okay, now to walk you guys through this, we need to ramp up the energy here a little bit, okay? Now, all of the ladies that have dropped in here to the Valkyrie series, they have got your eyes set on them, okay? There will be some players who will impress you, and there will be some players who don't really impress you. To the players who don't impress you, we are going to wish them all the best. We're not going to focus on them. But if any of these ladies go ahead to impress you, let us know, because we are going to be crowning them with the Valkyrie Honor Award. Okay, we're not gonna crown them with that. We're gonna present it to them. Okay, so vote in the comment section during the live stream. Let us know your favorite player by voting for them and the Valkyrie's Honor Award in the comment section. Okay, hashtag Valkyrie player name. Okay, so hashtag Valkyrie, for example, Chewy Love, hashtag Valkyrie Lyric, hashtag Valkyrie Kimmy, for example, all right? And then hashtag Valkyrie series in there as well. We will go through all of the hashtags, and eight of these ladies will be pushed through to the next stage, where you guys will go in and vote for them as well. And what happens after that? There will be only one winner. One true Valkyrie that stands above all the rest. Whether or not that same Valkyrie goes on to win the Valkyrie series or she does not, it does not matter. Who is the lady that impresses you the most? We want to know. So hashtag Valkyrie with the player name in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to make sure your favorite player gets the recognition. For me personally, I'm going to call out the name Afia. She was on freaking fire, B.
Exactly. She was able to show us how dominating she can be with any gun that she can actually pick up. But then again, it's only game number 1. There are going to be a lot more superstars in the next few games that we're going to actually have here. And it's going to be important to actually show your comments, show the comment section who you want to vote for. And again, it's going to be hashtag Valkyrie and their IG. And it's going to be important for you to actually show your support.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on that note, we're going to take a short 3 minutes break. When we come back, more action from the Valkyrie series.
Think you can take this? Thought you'd be more intimidating.
Sabi mo hangout tayo, puro ka naman games eh.
Sabi ko naman kasi sa'yo, subukan mo to. Mag-i-enjoy ka, promise.
Hindi nga kasi ako gamer eh. Pero sige na nga, ganyan lang to ah. Wow! Anong gagawin natin dito?
Magkakampi tayo, tapos kalaban natin silang lahat. Kailangan sa huli tayo lang matira, kaya dapat alert ka, ha?
Lahat sila papatayin? Lahat?
Ganun na nga.
Hello!
Enjoy lang tayo, ha?
Time for the mission. Get ready.
Anong gagawin ko ngayon?
Sundin mo ako, kailangan na natin kumuha ng baril.
Okay.
Enemy spotted. First blood.
Uy! Ayos to ah! I'm hit!
May sniper! Nagkahihil kita!
Thanks, Westy.
Using adrenaline shot now.
Stay alert. Go, go, go! Nice! Subukan mo naman makatapos sa susunod! Konti na lang! Watch your six!
Only 2 teams left. Getting close to victory.
Sa likod mo!
We have a winner.
See? Sabi kasi maganda, di ba?
Tara, isa pa!
Tara, tara! Start mo, start!
Sige.
Welcome back to the Valkyrie series brought to you by Call of Duty Mobile. My name's AJ, I'm the Mustachio down here with the one and only Beef Mommy bringing you all of the hottest action in here today. Beef, what do you think about series number 1?
Oh, well, there's a lot to talk about because we've seen an absolute domination of one team. It is XDG LXIX doing such an amazing job to actually get all of those 3 points. And we do know it is a round robin. So for sure, the 21 Huntress can definitely get and rack up those points in the next few games that we're going to have because it's going to be a group stage. But again, it was a complete domination, AJ. There's really not much to it.
Yeah, 3-0, yo. And we almost saw the 2100 stage a comeback, but, the effort just came in way too late. And, going up against a team like XDG, clearly that was not going to be enough. The effort needs to be 100%, no, 300% from the get-go if you want to have the hopes to even be able to come close to beating them. And that's exactly they have proven in here. Let's take a quick look at the schedule of the day. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is where we are. 3-0. XDG takes game number 1. And next we have got Sukeban taking on Gaijin Invicta.
Oh, and I'm actually very interested for game number 2. But then before that, let's go to game number 3, which is going to be Velvet and NU Genesis. And for our 4th, it's going to be Team Eve versus AIM Artemis. And I'm very excited for this next matchup. Sukeban versus Gaijin Invicta. I know how good Gaijin Invicta can be. I've watched their games. I've even watched them go against XDG. And they were able to actually win that tournament against them. And now I'm going to be interested to see how they're going to be faring against the Malaysians yet again. But we're heading over here to our lineup. Sukeban, we have Azuri, Moana, Meow, Sharon, Harley, and last but not least, we have Kaxen over here. The beautiful ladies of Malaysia are here to slay, and they want to dominate and really win this one for their Malaysian sisters as well.
I'm going to support Gaijin because she's got the best pose in the whole of that lineup. And she's just teasing all of the losers out there that she has come in here to get the huge W over hers and hit that huge L on theirs. Are we going to be able to see Sukeban hit that huge L on the foreheads of the Gaijin, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because they will feel a strong lineup from the Philippines as well. Let's bring it on, production. Let's see exactly what we have lined up in here for us with the team of Tokyo, Mia, Rosie, Davy, as well as Ellen. Gaijin Invicta will show you what happens when you try to paste that L on their foreheads.
Exactly. And we can see here Mia is having that response. You're going to give us an L where we're going to pew pew bang bang you over here. And Gaijin Invicta, we already know how good these ladies are and as well as the other teams. But we're going to be seeing it here. The 3 matches that we are going to be seeing over here, the map picks and the map bans that we are going to have. Again, for Hardpoint, Search and Destroy, and Domination, we also have the standard. But then we can see here Sukeban wins that coin toss. And I don't know if it's going to be a pattern here, AJ. Whoever wins the coin toss might lose. But hopefully that is not a pattern that we're going to be seeing here. As we can see here, Map 1 and Map 3 are going to be into the favor of Sukeban. And for Gaijin Invicta, it's going to be for Search and Destroy. Now, I'm very interested to see what bans and what picks they're going to be able to get.
Yeah, quite honestly, even if, I actually hope to see a little bit of that, right? Where teams go in and they pick 2 maps and they still get trashed 3-0, just like what happened to the 21 Huntress, because it'll just go to show that when you go up against certain teams, it really doesn't matter where you fight them because they've already gotten that mastery sorted out on all of those maps. So if you want to take it up against them, your strategy needs to be better. Your control of your gun, the way you move in the game, your movement needs to be pitch perfect. And those are the kind of things that we will see make the difference between the two. And we can see here, Gaijin goes in and blocks off. Thanks, production. Fire range and raid blocked off here. And we will have a Sukeban go in to pick up a match number 1, Hardpoint. Where is it gonna be? Bring the stew in here, beef. Crossfire. It shall be.
Ooh, Hardpoint Crossfire. Now that is going to be interesting because we know that this is such a lengthy map, so the snipers might come out here depending if they are confident enough to actually get here. Because I think with Crossfire, it's very handy to have at least one of your teammates to have that sniper so they can actually pick people off the map, really get those power positions outside of that OBJ and really get rid of the people there, really flip that spawn. Again, Crossfire is probably, for me, is one of the hardest hardpoint maps that you can actually play. We've seen so many teams almost win here, but really falter at the end really, really hard. But then heading over here to Search and Destroy, Firing Range and Summit will be banned yet again. And it's going to be interesting how Search and Destroy is going to be here. Gaijin Invicta will be choosing map number 2. And we're going to be seeing here what kind of gameplay they're actually going to be doing. But then over here, Standoff is going to be the name of the game. We all love Standoff. It's a classic map. It's going to be classic rotations over here, AJ.
Yep. So Search and Destroy, you get to take it a little bit more slowly, unlike Hardpoint. The problem is, I actually hate Hardpoint on Domination a little bit more because, you can have your sniper just pop off from just that one building. In Hardpoint, as those points just keep rotating through the map, the snipers are going to have lesser and lesser of an opportunity to make the difference unless you are really, really skilled, like what we have seen in some of those competitions of the past, beef. So are we going to be able to see the snipers, show their worth at this Crossfire map at a hard point? That I will truly, truly get excited if that happens. Domination, as we go into game number 3. Let's see exactly what they go in here to ban off. Firing Range and Crash ticked off of the list. And we have got Sukeban picking the final map. And they say, let's bring you right back into Crossfire. I mean, 2 times round, same exact map pick, Hardpoint and Domination. I mentioned that, Crossfire, I'm a little bit more nervous playing Domination on Crossfire, but they seem to just absolutely love it, beef.
Now, it's going to be interesting how Sukeban actually plays here because that's a very interesting choice of map. Crossfire for both Hardpoint and Domination. What are they cooking up? It makes you wonder. If you were in the enemy team, if you were Gaijin and Invicta, why would they choose Crossfire? Now you're going to be thinking, or you're going to be analyzing, maybe they really have like that confidence in their snipers. Maybe they would even choose a double sniper. We'll see. But the fact that they even chose Crossfire twice, that means they've practiced a lot over here in this particular map.
Yeah, but you know, it's not just going to be up to the Crossfire sniper gameplay alone, right? We will be needing a lot of the choppers as well as KRM and the QQ9 in there for those close quarters combat. And maybe, just maybe, Sukeban is one of the NRX 2911 fans, because this is the map where NRX really pops off, right? We've seen exactly how Idra knows exactly where to spam those chopper shots towards, and he always gets the wall bangs. He's a wall bang god on this map, and you know, all of those wall bangs come through in games where you've got that non-stop respawn that allows you to take these risky gameplay speeds.
Exactly. You can see here a double chopper at the team of Sukeban, and we don't see no snipers here, no. So I'm guessing they're really playing more for that, you know, a really aggressive gameplay. And I think it's going to be amazing for Team Gaijin and Invicta here, since they have 36 points. They're doing something good. They're doing something well. They're going to have to rotate to the next hardpoint. There's only 8 seconds left on the clock.
Okay, so perfection coming through in here so far, and Gaijin just making sure they are no strangers to this map. You might have picked this Sukeban into your house, but Crossfire is a map where we are, you know, pretty welcome at. And look at the way they ravaged through with those points. They managed to go into central building. They have taken such a dominating lead in there. And the office building is going to be fully controlled by them as well. Can we see Sukeban take this away?
It's going to be difficult for them, as this hardpoint is really actually difficult to really infiltrate. It's easy to defend, but then they're going to have to go through and really contest that hardpoint. But right now, we're seeing over here such an amazing effort here. 68, 69 points to 3. That is amazing defense here and rotation by Gaijin and Invicta. They're really showing how dominant they can be. And Team Philippines is on fire right now. They're doing such a great job, and they're going to have to go and rotate to the next one. I'm actually pretty surprised that this team, Sukeban, they haven't even rotated with all of their members at this point. All of them should be in this hardpoint right now. Tokyo infiltrates that easily.
Hardpoint identified.
This is just map knowledge perfection coming in here from the team Gaijin. Sukeban does not know what they're doing. They picked this map, mind you, and it is Gaijin that shows them, dude, you can pick the map where you want to fight us, but we will take that W. We will take that W with no doubts in our hearts at all. Look at the way they are dominating, and they wash the players of Sukeban out of the laundry as well.
That rotation from Gaijin, that was so far away. They were at P2. They were able to infiltrate that. It was supposed to be Sukeban's hardpoint, but they weren't able to defend it properly, and that was very costly for them, because they need to go rotate to the next hardpoint right now. They need to let this one go and really give these points, but then it's going to be, oh no, they actually need to contest it, but I think it's not going to be enough for them to win it, but they really need to go to hardpoint number 4 and really rack up those points.
Yeah, it looks like there's absolutely no use at the moment for a comeback, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You give away 144 points on hardpoint. Yeah, there's no way in hell you're gonna be able to make a comeback. Ellen will swoop through, and this is the shutdown gameplay that the Gaijin are looking for. But Sukeban, they do not want to fall so fast. But is that gonna be possible? Like what I've said, you have pushed it way too far to be able to pull it right back, and Gaijin will take game number 1B.
That was too quick and very surprising, because of the fact that they actually chose that map, meaning that they are very confident. Now I'm kind of, concerned for Search and Destroy, because it wasn't their map pick, and especially knowing that Crossfire is going to be their pick yet again for Domination. Now it's looking a little bit dire for them, but no, I feel like I'm not going to worry, because I know that they can actually pick it up and hope that they will do so and really win those gunfights and those rotations.
Yeah, so Gaijin and Invicta, they step into the competition. They've already got, quite a bit of experience within the pro scene itself. They have, jumped in a little bit earlier. And of course, in terms of Sukeban, they're just testing out whether or not this scene is where they truly belong. So, and we don't want to see them just test the scene out. We want to see them come back in here and hone their skills and dominate as much as possible. So well played in here by Sukeban, but it was an all-out annihilation by Gaijin Invicta, not allowing them to go past the 11 points. Now, the most important thing in here is the domination set forth by Mia, but also how there's no one player that's, way more superior to the others. There was no one standout player from Gaijin just yet.
It just means that all of the members are really, really good. Everything's dispersed. Everyone's really nice. But then heading over here to Search and Destroy, that's when we're actually going to see that answer back, hopefully, from Sukeban. Because right now we can see here 11 and 150. That is not a score that you see often here in these pro tournaments. And I hope that that will be a fire within them to actually do well here in Search and Destroy, AJ. Standoff, it's going to be an equal map. And I think if they really get their cards right, if they really get those positions, if they don't become too rash or aggressive, I think they could win Search and Destroy.
You are absolutely right. Now, although they are all as equal as possible in here, remember, it is your job to keep an eye on each and every one of the names of those players, memorize them, and see exactly which one catches your eye. It is your opportunity to vote for the Valkyrie Honor Award. Who is the rightful winner? It is all up to you. Make sure you go in there in the comment section with a hashtag Valkyrie together with the player name, as well as hashtag Valkyrie series, so you can make sure the player you feel should be sitting down on top of the rest of the female pro players out there truly deserves that spot. And trust me when I say, it's a very, very special spot to put someone, because it's going to highlight not just that player, but their whole brand.
Yes, sir. And we here are all going to be seeing Search and Destroy standoff. And it's going to be a strong attack by Gaijin yet again, getting that beautiful nade off of A. And it's going to be interesting how Azuri can actually answer to this one, knowing how well Gaijin has been doing so far. And right now, Tokyo is going to be going up against her, but no, the KRM proves to be too strong.
Okay. So let's see exactly how they go in for the take back. Oh, one, and it's going to be Tokyo with the aggressive push and gets the slay as well. Amazing aggression, but Harley SKB will put her in her place. It's a 2-on-2 situation in here so far. Sukeban going up against Gaijin, and this is a comeback that Sukeban needs to take. They are on the defensive position, but on 8 points on the clock. It is all up to Harley.
Oh, and it wasn't enough. As we can see over here, Gaijin did so well in the beginning, but they kind of faltered in the middle, as it was really brought it to a 2v2 situation, which I think shouldn't have happened. If the cards were right for Sukeban, they were actually, that's very possible for a defuse over there, but they weren't able to do so. Right now, we see another very aggressive push in A so far. We see here a few members again is going to be over there, and it is going to be a split push right now by Sukeban. And I think at this point, we need to get those points.
Smoke out.
Miaochi just running away. There was no way you're going to be able to survive that situation. There were no tacticals being thrown, no stun, no smoke, no nothing. And Miaochi just runs away, just exposing her back. The least that you could have done in that situation is just make sure you at least take one person before you get slain. It's going to be Sharon with the opportunity to equal things up, but unfortunately, that will not be the case. One more opportunity. She goes in for the shot, and she nails it as she shuts Ellen out of the equation. Rosie will try to return fire, but it is Sharon that shuts Davey out as well. Mia and Rosie, a two-player gameplay. Mia shining through with the KRM. One more opportunity for the takedown. Is she gonna be able to do this? Pops out, and even Harley gets taken out of the equation, but it is Sharon with the third kill in here so far. She's not looking to rest.
Ready up.
And it is
It
all
was not
over.
enough. it's not enough. The bomb was sticking. They really needed to go for that. But Mia was doing such a good job at that defense. She was able to actually be so annoying with that movement. You saw the movement over here. Everyone saw that. Her movement was superb. She was able to play for time, and they knew that the ladies of Sukeban might have a hard time. And again, a rush here through A bomb site.
It's going to be the KRM hold here for the time being on that alpha side, but the push is coming through. Ellen shut down, and it looks like Hexen just wants to ravage through the players. Mia with the jump shot, and she cannot get that hit off, and the opportunity will present itself as she deletes Gaijin right in front of her. Gaijin, all of a sudden, do not look as impressive as Sukeban will pull 1 point right back.
I think that aggression really cost them. I think they need to step back a little bit and really rethink their steps and really try to get those pick one by one instead of actually just rushing, being too aggressive and really planting that bomb without being positioned well enough to actually get those picks and really defending. And right now, this is what we're seeing. They're pushing back a little bit here, but maybe it's going to be Mia yet again with that opening pick, as Rosie is having a hard time to actually get a pick over here, not quite seeing anyone. And like, it's going to be a quick plant over here again in Alpha, and it's going to be 5 people still in each team.
Well, let's see if or not the defense from Sukeban will pull through, because they've just invited the whole of the Gaijin team into Alpha for the plan. And it's Azuri who takes Ellen out of the equation, which means Sukeban has got an advantage here, but Davey equals it out. Davey now snuffed out. The response coming in fast from Harley. Can they change things around? Tokyo and Rosie, they go back to back in for a takedown. Azuri with the perfect movement coming in with the thermite, but unfortunately Mia will shut her out of this round with that KRM. It is all up to Harley and that chopper. Takedown number 1 with the wall bang as well, but the time just runs out for Gaijin to pick up round number 4.
Well, I guess this is what we see here. Being aggressive and really planting that bomb right away really proves to be really good right now for Gaijin, but they need to be a little bit careful. As we see here, Sukeban might read their play yet again, but I think they're going to be going for another quick push here through A yet again. Mia being so far here at the hotel yard, AJ, amazing.
Oh, she shouldn't have not killed Mia. And this time, it would be Miauchi who makes sure Mia pays for her sins of slaying her friend. It is a 4-on-3 situation with the Gaijin having the advantage with the one-man extra in here. It will boil down to the numbers game unless Sukeban can show. Even if we're down on the numbers, we still can outclass our opponents. At the moment, it doesn't seem to be the story.
And right now, they're just playing for time. They're doing such a good job at really playing for time, really being a nuisance. And there's 15 seconds yet on the clock. And there's going to be not enough time for them to actually get this defuse on. There's 3 members here. 1, and it's going to be 2. It's not going to be enough. He's going to be too far away. She's going to be too far away to actually get it. Harley yet again with the time not on her side.
Time is not on her side, but I'm already liking the hashtag Valkyrie Harley in the comment section. Yo, she's popping off with that chopper. Give this girl a little bit more time. Give Sukeban a little bit more experience in the pro scene, and they will show you exactly what they're made of. We can see, some sparks of brilliance coming in here from Sukeban, just not consistently.
Exactly. It's not consistent. We see her individual players doing really well, but for some reason, they just get picked off over there. Amazing kill there by Sharon.
Yeah, Tokyo getting a 2-piece for herself. That KRM a little too spicy when you drop it into standoff, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Rosie botting that shot, but gets that second time round, and Sharon will pay for not moving away after hearing the cue. The audio cues are important to go in for those gameplays. SKB has got 2 more players in here, with Harley trying to make it 1, but no, 4-on-1 situation. Gaijin will only run.
Enemy down.
Yep, exactly. And right now we have 1 minute left on the clock, and it's going to be amazing.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet. Ready up.
GG. Sukeban, so far, so good, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. They are trying, but clearly getting outclassed by the strangers who drop in here to show we may be a stranger to the ones we know, but not to the Call of Duty mobile.
Yes, exactly what you mean. Right now, Meowchi is going to be able to actually get a first look over here at A-bomb side, not quite getting it, but then Mia does the job yet again. Mia right now with 10 kills. 10 kills to her name right now, and it's going to be bomb
Mia!
drop. No, 11. She's on
The
fire.
freaking three-piece!
What just happened there? I think it was just a team deathmatch. I was so surprised that all of that happened in such a short amount of time. They went in there aggressive. They already knew that they were going to win those gunfights, and they had that confidence and to really go in there. I'll be honest here, there really wasn't much of a strategy going on, but it doesn't matter. If you get that win, you get the win.
Yeah, so in terms of, there were two teams that played this, and unfortunately one just played it to perfection. The other one was not playing it to perfection. Gaijin and Invicta clearly were the better side, and Sukeban, no matter how much they tried, they could not figure out the strats fast enough, and they were to lose those sides again and again and again. They didn't want to go in with a aggressive play at all. They allowed their opponents right into the bomb site. And, you know, many a times we saw situations where, you know, the pressure was coming on from the Gaijin team, and what Sukeban chose to do was to run away from that problem. You know, what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? 6-1? That's the worst that could happen. You know, best case scenario, go in for that engagement, you thin the herd down, and you allow one of your other players to pick up the slack for you. Just like what Harley has been trying to do consistently in that game. But there's just so much she can do with that chopper. She's meant to be the support player who goes in after the rest of those players have put in that damage. You know, that assist needs to go in for the support player as well, which just did not come in for Sukeban. Will that be shown at Domination?
Yep, exactly. And that support didn't really come in for their team. And like what you said a while ago, it's very important for them to actually be aggressive, because that's what we saw a while ago with the 21 Huntress team. They weren't aggressive enough and actually went in there. They were reluctant. They were really reluctant to actually get that. And especially with a game like Domination where everything is just rhythm-based, you really need to get that rotation right, especially with Crossfire. Yep. They're going to have a hard time, especially seeing their first game over at Hardpoint. It's going to be difficult for them to get that, but I really believe that they need to get their act on. They really need to get that aggression on AJ and really get to really have that amazing rotation and kills.
Yeah, they jumped into the Valkyrie series for that exposure, and they are getting exactly what they signed up for. Sukeban is getting a world of exposure at the expense of tanking a few L's for themselves. It is Gaijin who will step in to put them in a position where they can learn as much as they want, as they take them on a tour around the donut. A 3-0 upcoming maybe.
Maybe we're gonna see it, but I really want to turn around over here. And right now we can see here the ladies of Sukeban are actually in that B-bomb. They are actually gonna be able to get it. Bravo gets taken right now by Sukeban. Now this is the Sukeban that we need right now. Now Gaijin really needs to play catch up. They need to go and get that Bravo flag, or maybe that Alpha flag, and really get for that distraction gameplay.
Let's see if or not that is exactly what they go in to get done for themselves. Because so far so good with the 2 points being held, but we know exactly how crazily contested Bravo will always be. Tokyo going in, popping off with that KRM as usual be.
Yep, exactly. She's doing so well with that KRM, and right now Mia as well is going to be able to actually get it with the QQ9, and they've actually changed that role over here. Tokyo being so good with that KRM, and we do see here Bravo is being taken right now by Gaijin and Invicta, doing such a good job at that defense and those rotations. And now all they have to do is actually just sit back and really get into position. As we can see here, there's a lot of girls from Gaijin really going in that defense.
Awesome job coming in here from Azuri. What Sukeban is doing right now is pulling the players onto their own spawn point, and that distraction gameplay from Azuri, that selfless act, will give Sukeban point B as well. And this is what we're talking about. Strategy being pulled out by Sukeban, and finally we get to see some moments where they will shine. But can they keep it together? Can they keep this momentum going in here?
Online.
Oh, we can see here Gaijin finally faltering after those 2 strong wins, and Domination seems to be the game of Sukeban right now. They're doing such a good job at that defense, and the moment that they actually lose Bravo, they get it yet again. But right now, Bravo is going to be occupied by Tokyo and Rosie as well, and they're going to be able to get that. But we know that Sukeban can actually get that so quick yet again. Right now, we see a 4-woman push over here at Bravo.
Okay, and now they need to go in for distraction gameplay again. Are they going to leave it to Azuri, or are we going to be able to see one of the other players pick up that opportunity, pick up that responsibility? And here comes Mia with that amazing push with the FHJ as well as the QQ9, and the beautiful takedown will assure that she gets to hold on to the Bravo point, and she single-handedly clears those markers off 55 to 53, and it looks like we have got a fight on our hands, B.
Exactly. We can see here the dots on the map. They're going in there one by one, and what needs to be happening here is to have that push yet again. But then a while ago, they had that beautiful 4-woman push, but they weren't able to actually get that. And we can see here another solid answer here by Gaijin yet again. Now, they're doing a really good job at this defense, really having that, especially with those individual players like Mia, really being annoying at Bravo, really doing a good job at that defense. And Tokyo is going to be having that spawn trap over here, which is going to spell trouble for the women of Sukeban.
Oh, you got that right. Now that spawn trap, they can still exit out through the corner building, but that is just being locked down as well. What will you do? What can you do? Overwhelmed with the numbers, but the damage has already been done. A spawn trap perfection that Sukeban did not see coming towards them.
Yes, exactly. And that was such a beautiful game, actually, for Sukeban. Now, this is what they need to do. They shouldn't let them, they really shouldn't let the other team get that spawn trap. They should really just go for that distraction gameplay, because that worked for them a while ago. They went for Charlie and then eventually worked into C. And right now, that's what they're doing right now. We can see here, that's what Gaijin's doing. They're basically saying, okay, you can get B, you can get Bravo, but we're getting Charlie. But you can see here, Azuri with that annihilator gameplay.
Enemy contact. Tango
Okay,
down.
now
Oh,
let's
but
see
then
if
here we
or
go
not.
again.
Yeah. Let's see if or not they will be able to get this. So sorry, Beef, I didn't mean to cut you off. I think there's a little bit of an audio delay on your end, and I thought we lost you. It's gonna be SKB going through in here. Gaijin Tokyo with a 2-piece for herself. Gaxin still drops through, and it looks like Sukeban will hold on to that Bravo point.
It's okay, the internet connection may not be strong, but the Beef Mommy AJ is definitely going to be amazing. Our connection cannot be tamed. And over here, Tokyo is getting Bravo yet again. Again, getting those kills. Bravo is getting to be taken down yet again by Gaijin. C is going to be taken as well, as we see here a full-on lockdown, AJ.
Oh, the triple cap coming through for the strangers in Call of Duty Mobile, and Sukeban cannot do anything about it. Or can they? Sharon, she'll go in for a 2-3 lady attempt to pick that Bravo side up. Tokyo comes jumping through, and they snuff them out to take Bravo right back. What will you do when you're a lady and you have to go up against Gaijin Invicta? Well, I guess you just surrender, because they will not leave until they get that triple W.
Man, that cluster strike was a waste. They weren't able to actually get that. If they had that cluster strike down, they were able to actually get Bravo. But then they weren't able to do that. They put the cluster strike, but they were far away from Bravo, so it didn't really have any use. They weren't able to actually infiltrate. And right now, Gaijin is heading over for another spawn trap. Mia with a VTOL heading over here, being an absolute monster. Mia right now with 20 kills to her name. It's an amazing effort here by the Gaijin Invicta ladies.
Oi, where's the FHJ? Why is the VTOL up in the air for so long? No! Gaijin just ravaging Sukeban! Don't tell me Sukeban didn't bring the FHJ! And the FHJ is out of the air, yo! Are we gonna be able to see Sukeban take this back after getting absolutely annihilated by Mia's VTOL? I think not, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And that is why you bring the FHJ into Domination and... Okay, Domination, especially Domination.
Especially Domination. That VTOL is going to be completely annoying. And right now we see here another dominating win by Gaijin Invicta. It was close in the beginning. They were able to actually get those points and maybe even get that triple cap, but it didn't really last too long as the ladies of Gaijin Invicta brought out everything they had in their pockets, laid it out for them. Here's a VTOL, here's an airstrike, here's a cluster strike, and here we go, another XS1 Goliath for you to end the game number 2.
I am so disappointed with Sukeban. I am so disappointed with Sukeban. I'll tell you why I was disappointed with Sukeban, okay? Game number 1, they got annihilated, okay? And you can truly see that, that just wasn't their true performance. There was no way they were ready for that match. In game number 2, they improved slightly. And of course, in game number 3 is where we saw them shine so bright. Azuri just leading a team there with those skills, 16-15 to 1. She takes this KDA. But of course, the one that shines the brightest is Mia. And oh my God, when Mia steps onto that field, she ravages y'all, right? But I'm disappointed with Sukeban because they allowed her VTOL to be up in the air for so long, B.
Yep, exactly. And that VTOL went in there in a competition like this. That VTOL should be down in 3 seconds at the most. If you have that VTOL more than 3 seconds, then you are in a very, very tough spot because that can do a lot of damage. And not having that FHJ pull out, now that's going to be a very, very bad thing for the team. We can see here 11 and 150 for Hardpoint, 1 and 6 in Search and Destroy. And in Domination, we have 105 to 150. And we can see here such a dominating run here by Gaijin Invicta. And I knew these girls were going to be so good, but I didn't know they were going to be this good.
I'm still sad that they didn't pull out the FHG and shoot that VTOL, yo.
Exactly.
Because it was such a good game. Compared to game number 1, which was at Crossfire as well, it was such an amazing difference, okay? And Sukeban could have clearly just written off game number 1 as that was just first game jitters. We've got this. But then, it's more bitter to lose game number 3 compared to the annihilation in game number 1 because they almost got it. And okay, fine. Let's put it this way. Sukeban almost showed us that they got it this time around. The next time in here, I want to see them get it.
Exactly. I really want to see them have that redemption arc that they really deserve. And I don't know if we're going to keep seeing like full sweeps over here for today, but hopefully not because it's going to be interesting. And it's going to be a more amazing experience here if we see more points rack up for each team. But so far, sweeps over sweeps so far, right in the dustpan. And Mia has been such an amazing player here for her team. And I can already tell hashtag Valkyrie Mia maybe or hashtag Valkyrie Harley. Now these teams really have amazing individual players that they have so far. And Afia, I think I'm going to be interested to see how Afia versus Mia will actually work.
Yeah, for me, if I'm allowed to just get one vote, right? Because, okay, think about it this way. Yes, we want to support the ladies, but you can't cast so many votes. Then what's the point? You need to pick one. Pick your MVP. It's either going to be Harley, Mia, Afia. Pick that one and stick by her. Do you want to make that the decision right now at the end of each match within the series, or do you want to make that decision at the end of each series? I would highly recommend keeping it for the end of series. What do you think?
I completely agree. Look until the very end. Do not miss out on the next 2 that we are actually going to be seeing here in this competition. We already knew that Afia was going to be good. But then we see here, Mia is going to be really good. So seeing it for game number 3 and game number 4, more stars will definitely shine in the next few games.
Absolutely right. So 2 more series in here for us to see 4 teams, with the opportunity to impress us. And if or not Sukeban impressed the both of us in game number 3, sure as hell they did. But not being able to take Mia's VTOL down?
Here we go. We get to relive the painful memories yet again. Mia's Beetle, how long has this been up? How long has this been up? I think it's been up for like more than 10 seconds now. It's amazing to actually see all of this play out and how strong all of these girls are. Yeah. They are showing world-class sportsmanship here, and we are so proud to actually see it. And with the girls being so dominant here, I'm excited for game number 2 and actually game number 3, game number 4. All of the games here so far, they're proving to be really, really amazing in this game.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So series number 3 and 4 later on will come back, ladies, German boys and girls. So far, it's 2 donuts picked up. And, you know, I'm quite surprised because I thought you ladies don't really like the donuts.
Well, the donuts, they're okay. But you know what? To be serving that donut is okay. To receive that donut, that I don't want that. But then we're seeing here the ladies are doing so well.
Oh, fatten the competition up so they can't run around on the battlefield by serving them up some hot donuts, ladies, German boys and girls. The ladies have got the strategies done right. The ladies are gonna get this done right. Are we gonna see more hot donuts being served up when we come back from a break? Beef and I will find out for you guys.
Think you can take this? Thought you'd be more intimidating.
Bestie, sabi mo hangout tayo. Puro ka naman games eh.
Sabi ko naman kasi sa'yo, subukan mo to. Mag-i-enjoy ka, promise.
Hindi nga kasi ako gamer eh. Pero sige na nga. Ngayon lang to ah. Wow! Anong gagawin natin dito?
Magkakampi tayo, tapos kalaban natin silang lahat. Kailangan sa huli tayo lang matira, kaya dapat alert ka.
Lahat sila papatayin? Lahat?
Ganun na nga. Enjoy lang tayo, ha?
Time for the mission. Get ready.
Anong gagawin ko ngayon?
Sundin mo ako, kailangan na natin kumuha ng baril.
Okay.
Enemy spotted. First blood.
Uy! Ayos to ah! I'm hit!
May sniper! Nakahihil kita!
Thanks, Bestie.
Using adrenaline shot now.
Stay alert.
Go, go, go! Nice! Subukan mo naman makatakas sa susunod! Okay na lang! Watch your six!
Only 2 teams left, getting close to victory.
Sa likod mo!
We have a winner.
See? Sabi kasi maganda, di ba?
Tara, isa pa!
Tara, tara! Start mo, start!
Sige.
Welcome back, ladies, German boys and girls. This is the Valkyrie series brought to you by Call of Duty Mobile, an all-out, ladies-only multiplayer competition in. And Beef, so far, so good. 2 very, very impressive squads in here.
Yes, exactly. And with it so far, you can see how their plays really shined in this one. And I know a lot of these teams really came out to be really good compared to the ones that they were against, but you can just see here the plays that they really did was so amazing. And one of the teams that actually really, really got my eye, especially, was our first team. Now, our first team was actually going to be, XDG, especially with that play in Search and Destroy. Now, that was an amazing map that they chose because that's not a very easy map to actually go and really win. But then heading over to our game number 2. Game number 2 was so amazing so far. As you can see here, Gaijin Invicta really racking up all those points with that 3 wins, getting that really amazing total points of 3. But then number 1 is going to be XDG LXIX yet again with a total points of 3 yet again. And for number 3, we have 21 Huntress with 0 and Sukeban with 0. And with Velvet, Team Eve, and AIM Artemis and NU Genesis, they're gonna have to have their time to shine right now in game number 3 and game number 4, AJ.
Remember, the top 4 will make their move into the playoffs, and the bottom 4 will unfortunately have to sit that one out. Who is it gonna be? If anything can be said with their current performance, XDG together with Gaijin, they look absolutely stonked and ready to fly all the way through to the playoffs. But this is just day number 1 in the group stages. Nowhere enough has been seen to be able to say if or not consistency is going to be key. Velvet, New Genesis is the team, is the matchup that we are going to be seeing in here next. Before we even see them perform, Beef, do you have a pick?
Oh, I can already tell that NU Genesis is going to be good because we already know NU Anarchy are their brothers. So knowing that they've already have that, that really amazing, complicated relationship that they have here, being a very amazing Genesis team, and also with Anarchy being amazing as well, they're going to want to pass down their knowledge to NU Genesis. And I know how far Anarchy really went in the tournament. So I'm giving this one to NU Genesis.
Okay, so apologies for clearing my throat. I was going to prepare myself for this long speech I'm about to give. So NU Anarchy to truly have, placed the name in the scene. NU Genesis, on the other hand, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they are in here to try to make a name for themselves. But let's take a quick look at Velvet, presented by Keiki, Elmo J, Vapi, Sovella, NX Bot, as well as Bloom. Even the names are already well known in the Call of Duty mobile scene right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. With Elmo up in there together with Team Velvet, I fear for the rest of them. Vapi as well as NX Bot, she's got a bot in her name because her aim in this game is exactly like those bots that you see in Battle Royale, all right? Call of Duty Mobile Battle Royale bots are OP. And that's what NX Bot is. O-freaking P.
Yes, sir. And you can already tell with her name, she's going to have that aim. Really, really precision over here. But over here, we can see NU Genesis having Ella, Bien, Flaco, Jella, and Jewel. And I already know how good these girls are, especially with a girl like Flaco. Flaco, I've seen her in the scene. I've seen how good she can do with every gun she can pick up, especially with a sniper. Now, she can really, really shine for this one. Now, NU Genesis is going to have an amazing gameplay. And I think now this is going to be a closer matchup that we've been waiting for, AJ, for sure, because I know these teams have already been in the scene for a while. Velvet really going against the 21 Huntress already, and we already know how good these girls are, and I think for this one, it's really going to be a close matchup.
Yeah, so in terms of a major tournament for the team NU Genesis themselves, they when asked, they said this was their very first major one that they consider that, is worth shouting about. You look at a team like Velvet, right? They started off in the pro scene, and after, going through a couple of scrims, they realized that, they have something to bring to the table, and they brought it through under the brand of Instinct X. And then they were Purge Velvet. Remember that, right? And after dropping Purge from that lineup, these ladies are just even more ready for the competition, and they also win the coin toss. Let's see the mind game start up here so early as we go in for the bans. Velvet will fire off and ban Crossfire from the list. Crash gets taken off by NU Genesis. The ladies from Velvet say, let us introduce you to a little map that we call Firing Range, where we honed our skills just to slap the taste out of your mouths.
Exactly. And with firing range, you already know it's going to be hot and ready over here, especially with teams like NU Genesis and Velvet. We can tell from their past experiences that these teams have what it takes to actually win. And I will not stand against with what I said a while ago. I think this matchup, this game number 3, is going to be the closest one that's going to be happening for today. And firing range, that's a really, really good time to actually really bring it out with hardpoint and really bagging in those rotations, getting those power positions, getting top 10, getting tower, getting trailer. Now, those are going to be the positions that you really want to have, and especially have that really nice rotation, not too early like what we saw a while ago with 21 Huntress, but that enough time to actually get into position, get those points, and really rack it up, win those gunfights to get those score streaks.
Yep, firing range, basic. But of course, NU, they've got a chance to make a comeback on their own map if they lose the first one. Summit and Crossfire gets banned off, and NU Genesis says, let's go down into none other than firing range itself. Now, just like you have already walked us through exactly what it takes to get the win on firing range with that hard point and the rotation on those points. We've got 4 of those rotations, but they are in such a closed area between that, branch road, command center, white warehouse, as well as the barracks hut. Now, when you open the game up into search and destroy, the warehouse number 4 right at the back comes into the play as well. You open up a whole new segment of the map as well as rotations, and it's just so much more for the girls to deal with. Is that what NU Genesis is banking on? We will see, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because map number 3, Velvet calls for it. Crash and Crossfire gets banned off. And the ladies say, let's finish this at firing range, since you guys are so stubborn that you think we cannot win at this mind game. You want to go in for that mind game to say that you know firing range as well? We'll just see who are the ladies of the firing range in here today.
Now, this is what I'm talking about, AJ. Triple firing range. And we're going to be seeing a lot of important plays here. And it's interesting to actually see different game modes really be played in different maps as well. So firing range, we already know it's a balanced map, yeah. But in different game modes, it's going to be played differently. Especially in Search and Destroy, I'm very interested to see, because NU Anarchy, the brothers of NU Genesis, they do so well in Search and Destroy. They are one of the best Search and Destroy teams that we have. And learning that from them, now I think that's going to be very dangerous, but we already know Velvet is going to be really good here.
Let's see exactly what all of these ladies have to bring to the table. We'll open up the day, and this will be hard point number 1 all the way down in the middle at that branch road. In order to control this, you need the scout tower, you need the auto repair, you also need the white warehouse. 3 points of control in order to get 1 hard point, making this the most difficult hard point to play in this map.
Yep, you're absolutely right. P1 is going to be the hardest point to actually defend because of how many points that you can actually go inside. And right now, it's going to be a war zone. And a lot of things come into play here. Again, power positions, we've been mentioning it over and over again. And it's going to be very hard right now for these teams to actually go in here.
And we can see that Bloom is just blooming in her role of playing that objective. She holds it down tight. She's not gonna come out of the covers, not gonna give an easy death, but she's depending on her teammates to watch her back. And because anyone that pops up right in front, she goes in for that slay. And so far, so good, because we have got Team Velvet in with the lead. But is NU Genesis gonna make a comeback in here as we go in for the rotation? Command Center is hard point number 2.
Yep, exactly. And P2 is going to be yet another hard point to actually infiltrate. Defense here needs to be solid, needs to be tight. And right now, Velvet actually has that. And NU Genesis, they're going to have a hard time to actually get into that. And especially with the person like Flacco trying to do that OBJ, not quite getting the kill. And we're seeing here Velvet with a beautiful rotation and the beautiful defense. Everything is falling into their place.
Oh, absolutely perfect absolute perfection coming through with the defense. Flacco cannot do anything. This is an impregnable force that the ladies have managed to build. And you know what? Ladies have been showing this all their lives, man. When they want to protect something, they'll protect it with their life. Have you ever seen a mother and her child? You want to take away the command center, the baby of Velvet? Get the hell out of here. They'll slap the taste out of your mouth and they will slay. And that's exactly what Jewel understands. And therefore, he is going to go in for this play to pick up the white warehouse instead. Are we going to be able to see her hold on to this site before the hard point pops up? Or is it just an early rotation for her?
Now, we can see why they chose this map. We know why Velvet is here. Look at the strong point that they have. Keiki in that tower. She is proving to be such an amazing talent over here for her team. And right now, it's going to be hard. Wow, amazing play here by Flacco.
Nice. Oh, Bloom just sneaks in there. Oh, like a flower petal. She gets plucked and thrown out of that white warehouse. And get out with a 1 HP. Get out of here, yo. Get out of here with 1 HP. Defends the white warehouse. This is perfection coming through for NU Genesis. And they make that comeback into that game. White warehouse control. And it was Jewel that went in there to open things up, defending it for so long, waiting for that backup from the team as well. Vapi getting it done to pull it back in the final seconds for the one and only Velvet from Singapore. One of the best female teams to step out of the Lion City. 88-51, they still lead the game and they want to look for the win, beef.
Right now, NU Genesis needs to have that rotation over here at Woodhouse, and Woodhouse is going to be a money hill for them. It's going to be important for them to actually go here. Right now, it is going to be contested, AJ, and they're actually going to have a hard time getting it. And we can see here, have such an amazing defense here from Velvet and the girls. They're having a hard time. They have the early rotation, and right now, what NU Genesis needs to do is to really win these gunfights.
Oh, but are they able to do it with such crazy control? Now, Keiki has got a power point in here. The scout tower will belong to her. When with the chopper in hand, she will stay invincible for quite a while. Vapi with the control right down in that barracks hut, keeping a stronghold on those points. Jewel popping off to pick that hard point back up, but shut down by the one and only Elmo. She can't just go through that barracks hut without walking through all those players who are just popping off here today, B.
Almost complete.
Keiki needs to be taken down. She was there for the longest time, and she was proving that that positioning of hers was so amazing for her team. And right now, we can see here 136 and 150 and 54. It's going to be hard for NU Genesis to actually come back from this, but it's not impossible. They need to make that rotation yet again here in P1, but we already know how difficult P1 can be defended, but it's very doable. It's very possible, especially when they have all these core streaks out.
Enemy airstrike.
And Ian just walks through. Here comes the operator's barrel. Bloom with the shutdown. Takes Jewel as well as Ella out. And all of a sudden, here comes Velvet on that 139 point so far. They don't want to step into that hard point. Because what did I say, yo? 3 different points to control. White Warehouse, Auto Repair, Scout Tower. They are on the prowl. But so far, only the players from NU Genesis have been able to step in there. And with Velvet now picking up the hard point, is this the race to that finish line?
Oh, here we go. Aircheck after aircheck, and right now it's looking very, very dire. As we can see here, the win is going to go for Velvet. What a valiant effort here by NU Genesis, and that was very amazing. That was kind of close, but not quite close enough. But we can see how well they were really trying. We can already see that they had strategies going. The rotation was beautiful. They were about to have that XS1 Goliath on, and the mistake here was having that cluster strike on that XS1 Goliath instead of that first hard point.
Okay, if there's any team that can, save a lot of face for the MYSG side, it's going to be Velvet, hands down. And, the Philippine side have been absolutely dominant stepping into the games with the MYSG segment so far. But this time around, Velvet just turning the tables right round in game number 1. And this is going to be a fight at the end of the day, like it or not, between MYSG as well as PH. Because this fight has always been there. And who is the better side within our community itself? And the fight is not going to end here. NU Genesis will want to fight for their title, will want to fight for their rights, for their names back in game number 2. So it's just going to get spicier, B.
Yep, exactly. And we can see here the MVP of Velvet right now is none other than Bot. Yes, Bot with the bot-like aim, with the bot-like gameplay. You were so right about that, AJ. Can I just say? You were so spot on with that type of, that prediction. But then on the other side, we have NU Genesis with Ella being our MVP. And it's going to be an amazing play here. And guess what? We're having firing range yet again for search and destroy, but we can see here, we know how good Velvet can be with their rotation. So now this is very assuring to me. Now this is going to be a very nice play here. But then with NU Genesis, we already know that they might have something up their sleeve, especially here in firing range. But we know how Velvet really does well in firing range as well. Now, I don't know who's going to win this one.
You don't know? Let me tell you. Velvet is going to look to tap out. Okay? Velvet is going to look to tap out the whole of the series 3-0. And this is one opportunity for them. And they have been set with a very, beautiful start in here, which is going to just push, get that adrenaline pumping up just a little bit more, right? NU Genesis has been taken on game number 1, dominated on game number 1. Can they continue in game number 2? Because this is also a brilliant opportunity for the Filipinos to just break Velvet down. Because getting win number 1 will boost your adrenaline. Immediately losing one right after that, that will test the true strength of a bro team.
Yep, exactly. It's really getting into that pressure, not really cracking at all under that pressure, that immense amount of pressure, and especially going into search and destroy. And we're going to be having it here in none other than firing range yet again. Yes, we are going to have a triple firing range setup here, and we are going to be heading over here yet again. Now, the beautiful rotation that we have here, you can see in the mini-map over here, it's going to be NU Genesis having that aggressive push off of A yet again. And we'll have one person over here.
Oh, so spicy by Ella. So Ella gets taken down. Why would you not fire off as Elbow J gets shut down as well? And you Genesis showing the Singaporeans, hey, taking one game's not enough. You gotta shut it all the way through. It's just a 3-on-3 as Joel gets taken out by NX Bot, who just prowls through with a bot-like aim in the game, and that's not a bad thing when it comes to Call of Duty Mobile. Ella on the prowl with a snipe. Is she gonna be able to pick that up for herself? As Bloom gets the takedown on BN. Ella, 2 shots, not in there. And game over lah, she gets taken down. NX Bot with the shutdown. Round number 1 still goes to Velvet.
That was a very disappointing push here by NU Genesis because they could have just played for time. There was 15 seconds left. At the 20-second mark, there were 2 players of NU Genesis, but they didn't stick together. That was very disappointing to see, especially Ella being so aggressive with that sniper and only going for cover with that one little piece of wood. She should have just had that length over here. She had the advantage of having that peak off of that A length over here, that A long that we have here. And it's going to be interesting how they answer yet again, having Ella have that opening pick.
MYSG, y'all better keep a lookout for these ladies in Velvet, yo. They are probably gonna be saving us some face in here today. Keiki taking Jewel out of the equation. Done the same for Black Hole as Elmo J will pop off. And yet another one with a 2-piece. And the opportunity just keeps lying down in front of her. She goes right round out of the white warehouse, but gets shut down by Ella. And X-Bot taken down as well. And it's a 3-on-1 situation. PN with the QQ9. Is this that comeback gameplay with that bomb right outside? An opportunity for NU Genesis.
Dang it, Bien. Why didn't you rotate earlier? She should have went to A earlier. Instead, she actually waited here in Bravo, and eventually everyone just got picked off. She was too far away. She didn't rotate early enough, and that manpower could have been really good for them if only they had Bien over there. That late rotation from her might have costed them this round. And again, I think we're going to be seeing here another push yet again here at Alpha.
You know, I look at the team with Instinct X. You know, the ladies always with their ultimate crazy instinct in the game to be able to react faster than anyone else. And when they went and rebranded themselves as Purge Velvet, they did okay. They didn't do as great. I don't know why, but going in for the decision to just represent themselves in all of these competitions, just as Velvet, they are right out back in the market. They are single ladies in senior. They need to be picked up and sponsored, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because Call of Duty Mobile is just going to dish out more like this Valkyrie series for you, so all of the community can lap it up as Keiki turns things around, and she will still get taken down by Ella. But what a play that was, B.
Oh, I think AU Genesis just took a little bit too long here, trying to be too careful. And you can see here, that kind of costed them because 2 of their members did go down, and especially Keiki with that amazing chopper gameplay. Ella is going to be the last person down here. She's going to have a hard time as the bomb is going to be going down here. She needs to pick it up, needs to make a play, a 1v3 situation. That's okay. She can definitely do it, especially with a sniper.
Okay. Well, let's see, because she wasn't able to do it in the past couple of rounds, especially with that very careless push in round number 1. But this is the opportunity. Oh, she gets that shot, but unfortunately,
Next round.
Bloom pops up with a chopper and shuts her out as Velvet pick up point number 3.
The hit marker was just so painful to see when, honestly, I thought she was going to have that shot. But the moment it was a hit marker, I was like, ay la, GG la. It's not going to be, walaw eh. It's not going to happen. But it's okay. We can see here how dominating the Velvet team can be. And right now, that rotation off of B, it's going to be important for them to actually get this. But then the information has been given to the rest of the Velvet teams, and they are going to be rotating right now. And we can see 1 member of Velvet going to be the flank. Now that's going to be dangerous for them, AJ.
Enemy in sight.
Is it though? Ella? Oh, it's gonna be dangerous. Keiki taken down. And it looks like she will straight up be traded out. And it's gonna be Jewel getting the damage done. Elmo, she knows that this is a dangerous situation. It's gonna be holding back. If she goes in for the push, it's a 3-on-1. And she will back away. This is where we will see absolutely how good Elmo is at this game. And she takes down opponent number 1, backs away for that reload, looks behind and see if she's getting trailed. So Vela passes on that information, and it is Velvet with the 2-lady push. This is NU Genesis's opportunity to take 1 point back.
Right now, we're seeing a pinch over here. As we see here, it's not going to be really amazing if Sovella doesn't really get that kill. Sovella really needs to get that rotation, and then it's a 2v2 situation.
Okay, now Ella shuts out Elmo. It's going to be Bianna who takes Sovella out of the equation. And this is that fight right back from the side of the Philippines. NU Genesis. Is this the time they rise back?
Destroy the objective. The enemy
Very smart rotation here in that Bravo site. Now, Bravo, it's going to be nice for them, but then it's not going to work every single time, and they're having a very slow push right now. It's going to be quite a passive push, but no! Flacco overpushed!
Elmo, gets shut down by Jewel. It's a 4-on-3, and they have not lost this. With NX Bot getting shut down as well, Jewel is doing absolutely fine, shining through this match. 1 more point for NU Genesis, please, as Velvet tries to lock this position down. Jella will get a backstab. Beautifully done, as Keiki gets taken out of the equation. It is now a 3-on-2, and Jewel, she still shines in this match. She holds on to the bomb. When will they go in for the plant?
That was patience at its finest. Jella was there. She was just waiting there at Barracks Hut. She was waiting at the 2nd floor, and that was very amazing. But then the bomb will be going down, and right now it's a situation.
What a beauty of a nade coming through. Now you see, they go in there. They clear off all of the trophy systems. Amazing play. Put down the trophy as well. Why you never put down the trophy? A beautiful nade coming through, and now they have lost that 1-man advantage that they could have had. And this is for NU to take back. Bloom with the chopper, and she is just going to be able to get those shots done. Ella should be faster. She does not get the takedown. Bloom gets it done for Team Velvet, and the defusal will come through because too much of time for this lady to defuse that bomb and still tie her hair up in a bun. Bring on round number 6.
Ella, no! Ella should have just played for time! I don't know why she engaged in that gunfight, knowing well enough that time was in her side. She should have just played for time and really just played for that distraction gameplay, but not being able to do that was costly for NU Genesis. That should have been a win for them, but sadly, that did not pull through, and right now, Ella needs to make that comeback.
Elmo, she's just like the psychic of this round. But Ella just returning that shot right back to Sovella. Now here's the thing, right? Elmo knew that Jewel was going to be a problem, and she goes in and takes her out first off in here. But now they've lost Sovella as well. Ella trying to get that damage done, but unfortunately it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Black Hole pops off on Elmo J, and that means she's going to be able to get an amazing advantage. But no, says NX Bot. Ella flying right back through. But NX Bot equalizes out this situation. It's a 2-on-1 right now. BN as well as Jella against NX Bot. It is just might as well be a 1-on-1. And the damage has been done. Diffusal coming through. Can they get it? Oh, she gets it. Oh, one more second. Oh! Velvet! What?
That was a choice. They were up to. One just had to defuse and one had to defend. They were together a little bit too close. That was very, very unfortunate. I was surprised that even happened. What a clutch! An amazing clutch there, and I cannot even. That was so good.
I'm torn, man. I don't know if hashtag Valkyrie Elmo J or hashtag Valkyrie NX Bot is gonna be Ella trying to put the treasure once again. You ain't Cinderella, but she will get Sovella out of the equation, leaving it to a 5-on-3. And all of a sudden, Team Velvet, they are on the defense with only 3 ladies to hold this, with Bloom Cakey as well as NX Bot. Black Hole will get taken down, and looks like Jewel pops up as well. NX Bot still standing, which means NU needs to be really, really careful. It's gonna be the melee surge. Are we gonna be able to see the ASM-10 pop off for NX? Dude, this is such an apt gun for the bot, but the bot doesn't get the kill, and the bomb will be defused. Come on, NX Bot. Now Elmo J moves up a little inch in my heart.
Nice Rams, man. That was such an amazing round for NU Genesis, and that rotation was absolutely beautiful. They did not allow Bot to get that rejection of that defusal, and right now they're doing such a good job at that. They really need to keep it going to get that momentum going and to just have more rounds in their favor. This is not impossible. Even though it's match point, it's not impossible. Jewel
still shining as bright as that diamond she is. A 5-on-4 situation thanks to this lady, yo. Hashtag Valkyrie Jewel, maybe, or hashtag Ella in the comment section, because she has truly been a Cinderella on her snipes, yo. You know, she spotted a couple of shots early on, but here she is making that redemption for the team. 9 kills so far. Is she the next best female
eliminated
from the Philippines? I don't know. I just don't know. As she takes down Sovella once again. It's gonna be Jewel this time, not able to shine through. A 3-on-2 situation we're left with B.
This is going to be dire right now for Bot. Now it's going to be difficult for her to actually get this as Ella again gets that snipe. But we can see here, Ella is no Cinderella because there's no Prince Charming. There's no Prince Charming for her to be saved. She can do it on her own. Hashtag Valkyrie Ella, ladies and gents.
Hashtag who needs a prince when you have got Valkyrie Ella in the house? Who the hell needs a prince when you've got the Valkyries in the house, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It is the side of Velvet all of a sudden seeing something truly special. Is this gonna be the fairy tale that the side of NU Genesis were looking for? Flacco going in here to pop up, but will back away from the situation. And here comes the push from Velvet as well, but the area is being locked down by NU Genesis. The call for a backup is coming through, and that looks like there is one player on the backstab. Elmo is looking out for that player. Can she get through her? No, denied. The Jewel does not shine because Elmo stands tall.
And it's going to be hard for her to actually have this 1v5 situation, but she does get a kill with the trophy system, AJ, with that nade.
An export just killed someone with a knife.
With a knife.
With a knife.
With a knife. Comment section. With a knife.
Hashtag
Amazing
with a
effort.
knife.
Hashtag Valkyrie knife. Amazing and valiant effort here by NU Anarchy, but NU Genesis, it wasn't enough for them to actually pull through to get all of those 2 points. They weren't able to actually get that, as Velvet proved to be too much. That was an amazing show of play. That was probably one of the most impressive games I've seen in this competition so far from both of these teams. And I already know it's probably questionable, some of the plays here in NU Genesis, but we can see here Ella having those 12 kills and NX Spot having those 13. So you can already know that these teams know how to play this game. It's just a matter of what smart plays that you can do here.
Hashtag Valkyrie Ella. Hashtag Valkyrie freaking NX Bot. Dude, I'm absolutely loving the action at the Valkyrie series so far. And these ladies are so freaking impressive, yo. And, and this is what makes me hate on the scene in the Philippines so much, right? And we have to accredit experience in for a lot of the wins that have fallen towards XDG in here so far, that have fallen towards Gaijin in here so far, because the Philippines they just have such crazy talent. All right, they just have such crazy talent, and that's the exact same talent pool that NU Genesis comes out from, and they are fresh new talent, fresh in the pro scenes, fresh in here to show exactly what they're made of. And even if they are fresh, they are not getting thrashed, all right? They are not getting pushed around. We are seeing amazing plays come in here from NU Genesis. And that is what makes me hate on the talent from Philippines so much, because you guys are just gifted, absolutely gifted. But here is that one team that can really save the face of MYSG. And it is Velvet.
Exactly. The Singaporeans are here to slay. Now, Velvet has shown us how dominating they can be, not only in Hardpoint, but also in Search and Destroy. And mind you, this was the map pick of NU Genesis, and they were supposed to be winning this map, but then they lost the only advantage that they had here in the competition so far, AJ. Now, it's going to be difficult to see. Again, we're going to be having it in firing range for Domination, how well they can actually pull this off. But I know, knowing from their plays, knowing how well they can actually have that communication, they just need that little bit of pixie dust, little bit of magic from, the clock. When the clock strikes 12, they need to get that. They really need to actually pull through in Domination.
Yeah, but the way Ella plays, Ella doesn't look for that bullshit, right? Pixie does. She takes all of that, she throws it into the trash can, she pulls her sniper out, and she just pops off. That is just absolute amazing talent coming in from Ella. And I quite honestly expected the first few plays in those, initial rounds to really throw her game off, because she really potatoed a few shots, and those were opportunities for her. And instead of just allowing that to affect her mentally at this level, because there's no way Ella is not watching this stream as we are, going through this series, right? She's hearing the words that we throw out there, and it doesn't break her, but instead it makes her come back even more stronger. Is that what's going to allow the side of NU Genesis to pick one round back away from the dominating Velvet Ladies?
And we can see here quite the situation in Bravo. But we can see here, very beautiful cleanup by the Velvet Ladies. But then NU Genesis needs to really have that answer back. They have control of trailer, and they really need to have to make that rotation over here in those power positions that we've been talking about. Because right now, no one has Bravo yet, and it's going to be important for them to have that really amazing rhythm to be able to actually get Bravo.
Oh, let's see if or not they are able to turn this right round, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because Velvet at that Charlie point, NU Genesis, they have started this so beautifully, but on that scoreboard, it is just not being reflected. We need to be able to see that consistency, but the pressure that just comes in from the side of Velvet is enormous. There is no way you can deny their skills on those guns, the way they move, absolute perfection. But is it going to be perfection enough to take down the likes of XDG? Those are the kinds of things, those are the kinds of storyline that a match like this is building up to now.
I'm hurt! Exactly, and right now they've actually just exchanged Alpha and Charlie. Now it's going to be interesting who is actually going to be able to get Bravo. Now they need to have that rotation off of top 10. They need to get rid of someone who's actually there. They really need to get those kills right now, and especially here, they're going to be able to spawn trap people off of that Charlie flag right now with Ella just right there.
Let's see if or not they are able to make this play, because so far Velvet is being able to place the pressure on them. I mean, the effort that needs to come in here from NU Genesis just needs to be one step higher. They just need to step it up a little higher. The ladies are showing us that they have got what it takes, but on that point, it is Bravo that gets picked right up from the ladies of Velvet. Can we see BN pull it right back? Elmo with the prevention, and she will use the shield for her own protection as well. Moves right down Branch Road to see if or not anyone is popping out of warehouse number 4. Pops off there as well. This is an all-round map takeover coming in here from the ladies of Velvet. Is it gonna stick through? Can they get that triple cap beef?
Well, it's looking very dire for them, but I don't think they're actually going to be able to do that because the NU Genesis girls aren't going to allow it. And right now, with the Bravo takedown, I just want to talk about it a little bit. Bien was the only one who pushed there, and that was such a mistake on her end because I think there should have been more of them that pushed through B, and that was very dire. She was the only one trying to get that, and we can see here they weren't able to actually cap it, but just like that, here we go, a triple cap.
Oh, and this is what Velvet is capable of. We know that. We knew that. But is NU Genesis able to fight it back? They do so at the barracks hut, and they will pull one side back. They just need to get one more back before the 75-point mark to just close this gap down. Elmo being such a pain down at Branch Road, just annihilating all of these ladies that step in here in front of her. Hashtag Valkyrie Elmo in the comment section.
And it's a triple lockdown yet again as Elmo is being such a nuisance, doing all of that job of defending all of these hard points and all of these points that are really amazing and hard to actually really delve into. And what Genesis needs to really do right now is to focus on going to 1, because in that round at the end they were just spread out like little, dots in the map, and they weren't together at all. They need to push as a team. That's one thing that NU Genesis needs to do. And a while ago we saw that Bien was the only person who actually tried getting Bravo.
Well, let's see if or not they'll allow Bien to do that on her own once again. An export moving through with the Sparrow in her hands. Will she be able to get the takedown? Oh, beautiful, clean reactions coming through from Jella with that chopper. And it looks like the ladies from NU Genesis, this is their time. They want to take it back for themselves. But the barracks hut prevention coming through clean for ladies from Velvet. Bravo prevention as well. Genesis is suffering beat.
Yep, exactly. But it's not too late for them, as we can see here. 54 to 85, that is not a lot of points. They just need to take out these people in those power positions, especially that person off of that barracks side. And right now, this is the push that they needed, but no, it's not there.
Oh, so strong, so great. Look at Elmo J, man. She is not even using her power position, just switching things up. Ladies with their mind games, catching you off guard. Happens all the frickin' time. But it is Team Velvet using their brains to perfection in here. But here comes that fight back. Bravo has been the point of contention for so long now. Neither team being able to pick it up. But Genesis, their hold is slightly stronger. Look at Velvet just pushing back for Charlie.
Wow, that was such a valiant effort, and right now Charlie is going to be trying to be contested, and that airstrike should not have been there. I don't know why they keep putting it off of that Bravo flag, but what they need to do is to actually put this cluster right on top of Bravo and really capture it. NU Genesis should do that, because right now you can see your Bloom is going to be right here with Vapey, and they are going to be getting Bravo.
NU Genesis, yo. Decisions. They bring in the cluster strike to protect themselves, but not to secure another point. And they are showing the weakness that we saw from the 21 Huntress earlier on today. they just refuse to step out there and take what should rightfully be theirs. They are thinking that, oh, you know what, Velvet, since you're there already, yeah, sure, you can have it. You'll probably have it when you don't want it anymore. You cannot play nice, and that's what NU Genesis is doing right now, and Velvet is making them pay for that fee.
They are letting their guard down, and right now that moment that they actually let go of that cluster strike, that they really utilized that was their downfall. That was supposed to be their chance at redemption of actually even winning and gaining these points. But as far as we're going right now, there's 2 minutes on the clock, 128 and 84. It's looking very dire as the VTOL comes out.
Elmo with a 3-piece back-to-back, and right now NX Bot doing a stuff as well. Bloom right up top in the air. Velvet with the VTOL, but gets shut down. Are we going to be able to see Jewel right there? You go! That's what I'm talking about. When the VTOL comes out, you take it out. And even with the VTOL up there in the air, they shut it out with a triple gap. And here comes SG to save some face for SGMY. Team Velvet dropping all of the other names that have come in the past to show that just alone, they are more than good enough to dominate in here, B.
It's a sweep yet again. I think today, the day is the day to have that sweeping and all the dust that's going around. It's time to be swept under the rug. And right now we can see such a dominating performance by Velvet, but we already know that NU Genesis is really trying so hard. So I'm not going to be saying that we're not going to be forgetting them. We're not going to be forgetting their valiant effort that they put in this competition. As you can see here, NU Genesis has Jewel as their MVP with those 15 kills. But then look at this. AJ. Hashtag Valkyrie NX Bot with 31 kills to her name. This is absolutely crazy.
What did I tell you? What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? NX Bot with that bot-like accuracy, man. Call of Duty Mobile, it showcases one of the most annoying bots in the world. And this is the queen of those annoying bots. NX Bot. Hashtag Valkyrie NX Bot in the comment section as they tapow all of NU Genesis. 150 to 73, 6 to 3, 150 to 89. Can anybody take them down right now? A few have already shown that they show the exact same capability of taking a 3-0. Another donut served up in here today. The competition is gonna get harder.
And I was hoping to see a closer matchup, but no, I was wrong. And I'm actually very glad that I'm wrong as we see the Singaporeans absolutely crushing the competition over here. And let's head over to this replay in hardpoint again in firing range. Now, it's going to be interesting how these teams actually play, especially having that same map setup, but then in different game modes. We saw here, they absolutely crushed it without a doubt. And especially with their positions and all of their gunfights, they definitely won this one.
Yeah, so once again, we need to give credit where credit is due. NU Genesis, with their time in the pro scene and their experience being picked up, is not as great as the ones that, Elmo and team are showcasing in this competition. So as far as experience goes, these ladies have been, together for longer. They've been fighting in here against those other big teams slightly longer, picking up those experience points, picking up, the ability to control your emotions as well as, some moments which really can break players. But all through that, NU Genesis did not allow themselves to lose it by way too many points. We saw so many great plays by Ella here. She was such an amazing sniper all throughout that game, and they had to throw in that final knife.
I know. That was the disrespect. That was rude, including the final knife. Hashtag Valkyrie knife. It's going to be interesting how all of these plays come together, because this is what I've seen. This is probably one of the most interesting matchups that we've seen so far, because we just know that in theory, it's easier to do a play, especially with a young team like NU Genesis, especially being a baby in this competition, and Velvet being the more professional one, the one that actually has that, in the scene. it's going to be interesting how these babies learn from day number 1. I think these are the underdogs that we really need to look out for, because you can already tell their plays are amazing, but they just weren't able to actually pull through and really do it in the game so far. So I'm really looking forward to it, especially with that domination round. I know now that one was a little bit close, but the search and destroy was amazing, was absolutely great.
Absolutely, man. And that is some face saved for the SGMY side. Is more face gonna be saved as we move on the day, ladies, German boys and girls? Let's just see that. Beef and I will be right back after a quick short break.
Think you can take this? Thought you'd be more intimidating.
Bestie, sabi mo hangout tayo. Puro ka naman games eh.
Sabi ko naman kasi sa'yo, subukan mo to. Mag-i-enjoy ka, promise.
Hindi nga kasi ako gamer eh. Pero sige na nga. Sige lang to Wow! Anong gagawin natin dito?
Magkakampi tayo, tapos kalaban natin silang lahat. Kailangan sa huli tayo lang matira, kaya dapat alert ka.
Lahat sila papatayin? Lahat?
Ganun na nga. Enjoy lang tayo,
Time for the mission. Get ready.
Anong gagawin ko ngayon?
Sundin mo ako, kailangan na natin kumuha ng baril.
Okay.
Enemy spotted. First blood.
Uy! Ayos to I'm hit!
May sniper! Nagkahihil kita!
Thanks, Bestie.
Using adrenaline shot now.
Stay alert.
Go, go, go! Nice! Subukan mo naman makatakas sa susunod!
Only 2 teams left. Getting close to victory.
Sa likod mo!
We have a winner.
See? Sabi kasi maganda, di ba?
Tara, isa pa!
Tara, tara! Start mo, start!
Sige.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is the Valkyrie series. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is the Valkyrie series brought to you by Call of Duty Mobile. And that video is one of the cutest videos I've ever seen in a long, long time.
I know, right? It's my favorite. Plus, the girl there, I've been watching her on TV ever since she was a little girl, and now seeing her in Call of Duty Mobile just makes me so proud.
Yeah, see, Dexy has always been awesome, right? She's been like an ambassador of Call of Duty Mobile for the longest of time. But I love that little moment where the noob who couldn't even, shoot right in front, and the person was trying to melee kill him, and Dexy had to save him. But he finally saved the day with his defender. Will today be the day where there might just be a one-game saver in here? So far, the Valkyries have been popping off left, right, and center. But who is your Valkyrie that deserves the final award that we are giving out in here?
Exactly. And in the comment section, just put down below. I know we have one more game, but if you really want to do so, just do that hashtag Valkyrie and that IGN of the person that you really want to be our MVP or our Valkyrie. And right now, for our schedule for today, we got our first game, which is another sweep. XDG LXIX versus 21 Huntress. Sukeban versus Gaijin Invicta. And Gaijin Invicta actually having that 3. And Velvet versus NU Genesis. And with Velvet having that 3. Now, this is the team that I really want to have that, amazing gameplay here. Team E versus AIM Artemis. I'm excited to see this. I don't want a sweep. And if that happens, then, well, gosh darn it, we have a curse of day 1 right now of the sweep.
Yeah, you're most probably going to see a sweep. Okay, so and that's me just putting it as it is. It is gonna probably end up in a sweep because here's the thing. You have got AIM Artemis coming in from the Philippines, and this was a team which is a product of evolution, all right, brought by after so many changes in their lineup, okay? And as a result, the existing players now, they claim, have the most amazing of bond with each other. Team Eve, on the other hand, Cherry, Angel, Simp, Chewy, as well as Lyric. Look at the way Simp is smiling at the camera. She's just... I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how these ladies are choosing to play this, because here is what we asked them. Okay, here's the answer they gave us when we said, what made you join the competitive scene? They said, we are just trying out for fun. Okay? And if this team is coming in here for fun and they end up annihilating AIM Artemis, I am going to fall in love with them.
Now, this is the team to look out for. If their answer was to have fun, you already know, especially from animes, all of those, heroes that really do that.
Grilling on the stoves here tonight. I don't know how they're going to flame up this team from SG, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But this is the setup of either something very amazing or something very, very unamazing. Okay, Team Eve from Singapore. You girls, I am going to bet my bottom dollar, okay? I'm going to bet my bottom dollar. Team Eve is going to take the W today.
I'm hoping to see that. It's really fun to see a team that just wants to be here, to be with friends, but actually be here in this competition. And their whole goal was to have fun. Now we see here opposites. Opposites are playing right now, a team that is so serious like AIM Artemis and a team that is so chill like this team. I can't really fathom how well these two will actually be fighting over here, especially in Hardpoint. And it's going to be interesting how to set the tone. Whoever's going to win this, I think, will definitely set the tone. And we can see here Standoff and Crossfire being banned. But here we go. We actually see Artemis having that map packed and that in firing range yet again. Oh, we haven't seen this before, huh, AJ? I don't know. I haven't seen this one.
Okay, so AIM Artemis just keeping it very basic. We're going to see a lot of close quarters combat. Obviously, that is what Hardpoint is all about. Getting in the face of your opponent, shooting them, asking them to get out of your house. And that's what the ladies have been doing to perfection in here so far. Now, here's the thing. Team Eve, they are here trying out for fun. You may think that I'm making fun of them. You cannot be more wrong. They did not just sign up for this group stage straight up. They qualified for the group stages. They've already whooped so many butts before getting here. I cannot wait to see what they have to offer. Game number 2, Search and Destroy. Team Eve will get to pick this, and let's see where they want to go. Artemis says no to Crash. Crossfire taken out by Eve, and it's gonna be Tunisia as the ladies will try to show, new team, but me, we've got the strats.
Okay, I'm kind of scared right now for AIM Artemis. Imagine, Team Eve went into this competition for fun. What happens if they actually take it seriously and they choose a map like Tunisia? What kind of newbie group would pick a map like Tunisia? I feel like this fun thing, I think this is just like a mask they're putting on. It's like, hey, we're doing this for fun. Yeah, sure. But we're actually gonna whoop you. We're gonna whoop you right in the booty.
You see, there's two ways that can go, okay? It can go really, really good, or it can go really, really bad. Okay, Eve, you better not be playing with fire like how you played with that apple, all right, at that Garden of Eden. It should not be the same way. Crash as well as Rain taken off of the list, and Domination. AIM Artemis says, let us bring you into the map where we learn to aim. We are called Artemis because the firing range is our second home. And you know what? This is just a statement coming out from this team right there.
Exactly. And having AIM as your clan name, I can already tell that their aim is going to be absolutely perfection. And it's going to be heading over here for firing range yet again for Domination. Now, it's interesting how we're going to be seeing all of these teams right now. Because again, what I've said a while ago, they're opposites. They are black and white. Now, who's going to be coming out at top? We are not sure. But I'm excited for our hardpoint match number 1.
Yeah, do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Make sure you share the stream, cow, before we kick off match number 1. Let's bring up that viewership once again as we kick off the final series in here. Because trust me when I say this is gonna be very, very good or very, very bad. One of the two.
Either way, it's going to be very, very entertaining for everyone here who's watching right now, and not just for us. And we're seeing a fast push here. And the kind of play that you really want to be here right now, AJ, is to actually be, I don't know, you need to be precise. You really need to be precise with those kills right now. And we can see here, it's going to be an absolutely amazing one for Eve as they get the first hardpoint.
As they get the first hard point, but taken right out of their hands by AIM Artemis. Muji with the QQ9 damage, still holding on to the point. Will anybody from the other side, from the side of Eve, be able to stop Muji from rampaging on so little HP? And she walks right back into the thermite to kill herself.
And it's going to be worthy because right now we can see here it's going to be an interesting play. The rotation is really coming well through here by both of these teams. Now, this is a very close matchup, which I'm very surprised in seeing, and I'm very, very impressed seeing. Because right now, the rotations of both of these teams have been really, really good, but the rotation needs to come early in right now for Team Eve as AIM is going to be positioned right now. Look at that, Issa.
Issa just going in with the 2-piece, making it look like it's way too easy. But so far, Eve has shown us that they know the map. Can they take it back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Look at Issa from so far away. She's just chewing on chewing.
Exactly, and right now it's going to be an amazing defensive play here by AIM. Nonetheless, we have 2 people in OBJ, 1 person over here in top 10, and it's going to be very dire for the Team Eve to actually go here.
What a play! What a play by Lyric, getting all of those 3 kills back to back, but unfortunately the Thermite would do her in. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Eve with that hard point, but get flushed out anyway. AIM Artemis, they look like they are as serious as their jerseys as they step in here to dominate Team Eve.
Yep, exactly. And Team Eve right now really needs to regroup because right now they're pretty spread out. They're being picked off one by one. They need to be rushing in here as a group, and AIM is really showing how professional they are. And AIM is actually a really well-known clan here in the Philippines as well. AIM Iloilo being one of those. So right now is going to be a very interesting push here because they need to have that rotation here through trailer, which is going to be P3.
Getting it done against this team is not going to be enough, but look at Jerry just pop off with a 3-piece for herself, goes popping in for a reload. The Man of War slays, has killed number 4, falls Kimmy, the next target as they go in for the push. Issa will get taken out as well, and finally the girls from the side of SG, Team Eve, they get to shine for a little bit as Sim, y'all can simp on this girl as she picks up the hard point, but the fight from AIM just a little too strong.
They're just really winning all of these gunfights, and even though the rotation is pretty good for this one, it's really hard for a team like Eve to actually go into a really talented team like AIM. Now, AIM is gonna have a really great time here. They really need to have that rotation going in there because they're having the scrap time. AIM is basically leaving Eve for all of those scrap time, and they're having that early rotation here through Barracks Hut.
This is a team of random girls who came together to play a tournament. She just randomly went to a bunch of her friends and said, "Hey, y'all want to play tournament? And the friend said, tournament? Wait, let me ask first. What are the dates?" They checked their calendars. They said, "Yeah, be free. Let's go for a tournament." And look at them hold their own against one of the best female teams from the Philippines, yo. Some random bunch of girls getting together to hold their own and pass that 50-point mark is nothing short of impressive. But we want them to be able to get more. Look at Sammy just slay through all of those players with the XS1 Goliath. Just clearly outshined, but nothing short of impressive from Team E.
Now, Team Eve, now that was a very disappointing motion here. That rotation off of A-Long, now that wasn't really amazing because you can see here an XS1 Goliath is here in your way, but you keep going in and lining up for those kills. You need to go through mid. If you know there's an XS1 Goliath here at A-Long, you need to go and rotate through mid, going into backside and giving them all them points over here. It's 147 and 51, and we already know that AIM Artemis is going to be getting this game number 1 of hardpoint and firing range. It wasn't even close, and I think we already know they're doing this for fun.
But they're not showing that through their gameplay. So you asked me, is it going to be a flat out 3-0? I already told you, even before we even went in and saw those map picks and all, it was going to be a 3-0. The only thing that was going to shock me was if AIM actually drops one of their matches, because AIM is supposed to win 3 matches. Not only is AIM supposed to win 3 matches, AIM is supposed to dominate 3 matches. Now, AIM has not dominated match number 1. We clearly see these random bunch of girls just joining together to show that even a random team, as long as you guys have the passion to carry you through, it will carry you through to a stage like this. But even if it can carry you through, without the quality that you can see here clearly from AIM, it's just not going to cut it.
Exactly. And now all of these players are seeing all of these stats right now. You can see here Muji having 20 kills, Sammy having 21, and at most for Team Eve, Cherry has 16. Now these aren't the numbers that you want to see right now, especially for this game mode. And you're going to be seeing how dominating Team AIM is. And I think we can see here that Team Eve should really step it up for our next game mode, which is going to be Search and Destroy in Tunisia. And this was their map pick. It's going to be interesting what kind of plays and rotations they will play in a map like this. And I think this is the most perfect map for them, because this is the most unconventional map that you can choose here for the most unconventional team like Team Eve.
It's gonna be really good or really bad.
Really bad.
That's all I can say. Okay? Very, very good. Like, wow. What the hell, Eve? Wow. Or Eve. Why, Eve? Why? Why did you have to go to Tunisia? It's going to be one of those 2 reactions for sure. I kid you not. All right, but you know, it's teams like Team Eve that show the rest of you out there that jumping in to participate in competitions like this, even if you're a bunch of friends, it's not going to be impossible, yo. Even the ESL Mobile is one of the programs by ESL set up for exactly something like this. If you want to join community level tournaments, jump over there, register yourself. All you need to do is register with enough number of players on your team.
The enemy has the bomb.
Yep, exactly. But then we're heading it over here and Search and Destroy. And nonetheless, Tunisia is going to be our map for today. And we can see here, Azri, it's going to be a very important pick for her, because she needs to have this opening pick to actually give that information, give it to her team to say that, okay, they're going to be here at A, but then not having that information here, Sammy is going to be able to give that to her team.
I want to see how this distraction gameplay comes through, and it's perfection so far. I am loving it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Why? Because the fake just comes through real quickly. Cherry goes in for the push, but unfortunately, the planning is perfect from Team Eve, but the abilities to shut down their opponents with the gun skills clearly belong to AIM Artemis.
They had a beautiful rotation here at B. They were able to make that fake off of that alpha, but then they weren't able to actually pull through, as we can see here, as fast as that.
Next round.
Point number 1 goes to AIM Artemis. Now,
Okay,
I think the problem, AJ, for Team Eve is the fact that they were losing their gunfights. That's the only thing. Everything else is solid.
They have the bomb.
Yeah, so I really loved the play that they took there. They took a 4-1 split. You usually can take a split when you're on the attacking side, when you want just one person to go in and play the distraction for you first at a map like this, because this is the one unique map in Call of Duty Mobile where all of the other strategies that you usually hold, yeah, it just doesn't work in Tunisia. Now, Azri going in for that shot is not going to nail it and will have to retake that one. And so far, so good from Team Eve. And they're just trying to go right around out of Winery to lock that area up first. Alpha has got 3 of those players. What are they going to do?
Chewie was just standing there to be killed. She literally overpushed, and she was just standing there. I don't know what happened over there, but it's going to be quite costly as Team Eve is going to be down one person, and the rotation has not come down. And we can see here, players of AIM are already making the flank AJ. That's going to spell dangerous as the pinch play is coming from AIM.
So Garden now has got 2 players in here and they are going to go in for the flank. Now the rest of the square center, they don't even need to go for the push. Why? Because AIM Artemis, they are on the defensive side. And this is the flush out of Winery coming in through for Sammy. Azri getting that headshot as well. Sim managing to take one back, but gets deleted right back through. Lyric with the opportunity, but not much, as Sammy with the Man of War should be able to finish this off way too easy for AIM Artemis. I really love the strategizing that's coming up here from Team Eve, but they need to be slightly more brave. If they want to go in for the rush, just go in all out. If you want to go in for the distraction, go in all out, because the more time you take, AIM Artemis is just going to snuff you out.
Exactly, and that was such a beautiful gameplay, and kudos to AIM Artemis to actually come up with that. They delivered that final blow of that pinch gameplay, going in and really covering all of the entrances of that winery, knowing that all of those members of Eve are going to be inside, they're trapped and have no choice but to really engage in this gunfights. And that was such an amazing play, a really, really beautiful play there by AIM.
Now, what Team Eve is trying to do is go in here for a 2-1-2 split and get their picks first. No, you cannot do it against AIM Artemis. It's just a very, very tilted game right now, unless they can show us they've got some really crazy gun skills to pull off. So far, it hasn't been happening. Now, Lyric with the opportunity to prove the mustachio wrong, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. She holds on to this site. The bomb is right outside, all right? She can reach for it. How will she play this?
But the bomb has been down, and it's going to be important for them to actually get it. The bomb is in B, but then look at the map. The members of Eve are spread out into the map, and that is the worst thing that you can do here, is to actually be spread out and to get be picked right now, especially if they're down 2 people right now. They need to regroup, especially right now for Lyric and for Angel as well.
It could go really good or really bad. At the moment, it's going very bad. Angel, what you do? Cannot. Impossible. You see, the best strategy that Team Eve has right now is strength in numbers. All right? Strength in numbers and go in for an all-out push. Rush in there, storm the front, get a few kills, get a little lucky, go in for a quick plant as well, and then lock the area down. Take out each and every one of the Artemis team members that step in for the defusal and win a couple of points for themselves. You can't lose so many rounds in this way.
Exactly, and this is what they're doing yet again. They're really doing that split that they're not actually having it, but then they're being a little bit less aggressive. They're playing more passive today. And a while ago with that 2-1-2 push, and it's going to be hard for them, especially since Bomb was down in B. That information that one person was down, everyone in that team should have went to B, but instead they lingered, and they even went there one by one, but just like that.
Cherry gets snuffed out. You cannot outplay AIM Artemis at the moment. And that was a lesson that AIM Artemis had already taught Team Eve in game number 1. Yes, it's a slower pace game in game number 2. But taking it slow against AIM Artemis once they've locked their positions down already. Look at Isa. She has so much of discipline. She is not moving away from her PowerPoint. She's just going to lock it down. It is all up for you to come in for the push. And AIM's just going to continuously crush them.
Exactly, that was patience at its finest, but then sadly, they weren't able to actually pull through, and right now it is a 1v5 situation. Here we go again with the 1v5, AJ. We already know in this map it's gonna be, well, it was supposed to be easy, but it was hard.
Okay. It's going very, very bad. How are we going to be able to see Team Eve make a comeback in here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? They need to have one strategy, which is going for an all-out push, going for a rush. They've played it safe so far. Please don't play it safe one more time. They are going to play it safe.
I was gonna say that they're playing it safe one more time. You can see the split. You can see here the red dots are spread out, and you don't want that to happen. You need to have that really aggressive push at either Bravo or Alpha. It worked a while ago, but then sadly they weren't able to actually pull through with that type of split, that 4-1 split. But then they're taking too much time. We can see here they're not having fun anymore. I think they're just like a little bit hesitant to actually get into that push. And right now, Isa yet again with that snipe. Oh my god.
Hashtag Valkyrie Yisa in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I mean, this is exactly why I didn't want to say it earlier, right? Best female sniper in the Philippines. Gee, I don't know. We gotta see. We gotta see what's on saw. We gotta see the lineup first, man. Sim, as she takes Muji out of the equation, is equaling things up for the side of Team Eve as well as AIM Artemis. But is that gonna be enough beef?
Well, we're going to be seeing it here. A very, very passive gameplay. And right now, all of these three players are heading over to that A site. And just one person is going to be heading back in their spawn to get a quick look at the flank, which is pretty good. But then it's going to be amazing if they actually pull through. Right now, it's a 3v3 situation. No, a 2v2 situation. Now, it's going to be anyone's ball game at this point. And I'm very impressed if Team Eve can actually pull through with this plan.
I would not be impressed as Sim gets taken out. It's a 2-on-1 situation with Angel for that comeback. Goes in for those wild shots, but this is the mistake. As she reloads, she's gonna get flanked right through. Manages to get the kill on Kimmy, and this is that comeback gameplay. How is she gonna take this? Go in for the rotation, no time. 4 seconds on the clock. She needs to shut down, and time will run out as she stares her opponent to the ground. AIM Artemis takes all 5 points.
That delay push from Angel just did not do her well. She should have just went in there knowing there was only 6 seconds on the clock. That was the point. She should have either, number one, plant the bomb, which that wasn't possible. Obviously, the only option that she had was to actually get that kill, but she wasn't able to have.
Oh, Cherry, but Azri with a 2-piece for herself, going through. Angel snuffing out. Second one for her as well. Are we going to be able to see the side of Team Eve make a comeback in here? Because they've got the numbers game right now. Simp, opportunity. But she only uses that opportunity to go in for the report. Sammy, Chewy going in and gets chewed out. And this time round, it's a 2-on-2. Sim, opportunity once again flashes before her. And she does not take it as Sammy manages that takedown. And just like that AIM Artemis, they are no longer one lady down.
Simp, that was just too reluctant gameplay for her. She could have had a 2-piece. She could have had that information and tell her teams, okay, we're already here, but the movement wasn't right. The movement wasn't there. She already knew that someone was already there, but she still went through all out, guns a-blazing, but wasn't able to actually get that shot. And now, unfortunately, they're at match point right now at, here we go, and it's going to be a donut yet again. A 6-0 in favor of AIM. AJ. It's either going to go really, really good or really, really bad.
How do you think it went?
It went swimmingly. It was so amazing for AIM. But, you know, for Team Eve, unfortunately, they weren't able to actually bring it. There's so many things that they could have done right, but they didn't do it. They kept repeating the same mistakes. The rotation was too late. They were too passive at the very end. They were too scared, and they already know what they were up against. And I think that was just a show of how dominating AIM Artemis can be.
Sammy just popping off, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Do I have a one-pick player from the lineup of AIM Artemis that, I would definitely like to, nominate up there for that Valkyrie award? Absolutely. Hashtag Valkyrie Yisa in the comment section. She does not pick up the MVP, but she definitely stood out the most, if you ask me, Beef. And, it's like what we said. It could go really, really good or really, really bad. And that game was lost when we picked that map.
And you can already see here from the points itself on the screen, 150 to 51 in hardpoint and 6-0 for search and destroy. Best believe there will be a miracle if they take domination. But we already know the story for this one. It is going to be the day of the sweeps as the competition isn't even close. There is an absolutely amazing plays to be seen here. And right now, I really want Team Eve to really pull through because you already know. They know their stuff. They know the strategies that they have to do. They're just not doing it. They're too reluctant. They really need to have that fire in them and be more aggressive.
Yeah, so it goes down to, experience in the pro scene as well. Make the bans and picks it's not out there for fun, right? It is strategy day in, day out. And we could definitely see that, the ladies from Team Eve, they knew the map. So they definitely practiced and they wanted to go in with the strategy. But experience would cloud their judgment because that is not the sort of map that you can take up against a team like AIM Artemis. And if that was your best try, it's gonna just get a little bit more difficult here on. And I think the strategizing from Team Eve just does not come in strong today, and they have to make a comeback in here. But they are at a risk of a shutdown. A triple cap possibly might come through so early in the game.
That was so quick, but then the rejection was just right there. As we can see here, Team Eve just gets that alpha flag. But then we can see here the rotation is going to be coming in. And I think we can see that AIM is going to be going for those power positions yet again. And they've been having it so far. And for Team Eve, they really need to make all of these positions really come into known. Because right now they only have one. They need to get all three if they really want to dominate in this competition.
And that's going to be very, very difficult against a team that has been so dominant over them so far. Team Eve, at the risk of losing the barracks hut as well. Isa, come on la! Isa! Hashtag Valkyrie Isa in the comment section, yo. Because this girl be going in there, making all of those plays for herself. Truly picking up some highlights. It's going to be Lyric going in here for that push. Can they get clearing area back for them? She sings her song but gets shut down either way. And Barracks Hut, Yisa, once again, will go in for that shutdown together with the teammates. And this is an all-out domination from AIM Artemis.
Here we go yet again with all of these Team Eve players going in one by one in A-Long, knowing that they're going to be two players of AIM going to be poised and positioned over there. They're not going to be able to read that and keep on doing the same mistakes, but then they're just losing all their gunfights. They can't even go through mid. It's going to be a spawn trap right now. They are going to be spawn trapped here at Warehouse, and it's going to be difficult as the triple cap goes down, and AJ, just like that, is quickly nullified.
Oh, let's see if or not they can stop just going for 1 point and turn that into 2. It's the game of multiplications here. It's the game of additions as well. You multiply the number of points that you have, it adds on to the number of points you have as well. Very simple, basic math. Unfortunately, the power from AIM Artemis will just hold them back. Very well played round number 1 from AIM Artemis, but we're still waiting for Team Eve to step their gameplay up.
Team Eve is just catching up. They were spawn trap over here, and knowing that they'll do that, hopefully they won't make the same mistake. And now they're having that early rotation here, getting the power position, which is going to be trailer. There's going to be 2 of them, which is really good. And oh no, they do get denied. But then just like that, I think it's going to be an early push here by Bravo.
Do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Don't forget to hit that like and hit that share on the stream as well. We've got thousands of people watching, but only a few hundred likes on the stream. What you're talking about, man? Smash that like button and share it out as well. There's the final showdown between the ladies, the final series of the day. Are we gonna be able to wrap this up on a high? You better make sure we do. It's gonna be Sim traveling around with that KRM trying to get it done for the team, but it is AIM Artemis that once again forces the triple cap.
Amazing play here by AIM as the triple cap comes into play, and a beautiful effort in really bringing out of those score streaks and also the operator skills. The War Machine and the XS1 Goliath does come out. It's going to be very difficult for Team Eve to actually get this catch up, because around the corner there's going to be an AIM team member just going around here, and we can see here, guys, the best female teams in Call of Duty Mobile are battling it out. Everything that you need to see here, but we see here, we can tell, no, they weren't able to get it as the cluster strike goes down, AJ.
Oh, they take Bravo as well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Team Eve fighting back, but is it too late? And I think it might just be Charlie. And here they come, clearing area attempt as well. Sammy getting shut down. Team Eve finally making a comeback. Cherry, she pulls out the sweet, sweet little Tom. And what comes along with it? Not a Cherry, an XS1 Goliath. And are the Singaporeans gonna be able to pop off, hold those Filipinos back? Azri, Sammy, as well as Muji proving to be such a crazy tough competition to overcome. But still, the Singaporeans will not give up. Almost losing that Bravo point now as AIM Artemis manages to take it back. And a triple cap on the way, Beef.
It's gonna push through, but we see here Cherry, and again, amazing. It's an XS1 Goliath versus XS1 Goliath, but then the cluster is gonna be going down. The rotation needs to come through off of Alpha. They need to have that triple cap if they really want to win this one. Team Eve is showing that they can actually do this, finally showing that they are serious. And the veto right now with Issa, it's absolutely crazy.
Thank you for taking it out of the skies, but the damage has been done. But even with the VTOL, they have not managed to take this point back. This is what I'm talking about, Singapore. This is what I'm talking about, Team Eve. Don't give up. Never give up. This is a team of random girls coming together because one smart Alec in the team said, hey, you all want to go join competition, huh? And they all said yes. And here they are, standing up against one of the best female teams from the Philippines and not letting them take an easy win over them. But no matter how valiant the effort, it is still the Filipinos who serve that hot donut.
Again, it's going to be a sweep for everyone here. All of the 4 matchups. If you just got here, well, you missed all of the fight, but it's okay because we're going to be bringing it back to you. It was a full-on sweep. No other team has had like a 2-1 or everything like that. It's a 3-0 for all of these teams. And right now we can see that absolutely amazing player AIM Issa having 22 kills to her name. Hashtag Valkyrie Issa over here.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Oi, every time I say the name, the Valkyrie rises up to the top of the board. What is this? The mouth, the golden mouth of Mustachio. It's just working for these Valkyries, yo. Hashtag Valkyrie Issa in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because she knows how to aim. Not too shabby at all from the side of SG. Team Eve, that was a valiant effort. 73. They push, they force the case. They do even better than they did in game number 1. And this is the type of improvement that we want to see at the Valkyrie series as we proceed in here at the group stages. Tunisia was bad. Tunisia was just bad.
We don't talk about Tunisia, Mustachio. Let's forget about that. It's not going to be coming through. But then, you know what you said? Every name that comes out of your mouth, you basically have a golden mouth. No. Let's take this advantage of saying there's the golden mustache that really relays who's going to be the Valkyrie that will rise up.
Is it gonna be the Mustachios picks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Once we pick them out, we set them up there on that pedestal. Oh, by the way, don't forget, almost all of these girls in here, they're already in the pro scene. Most of them will be setting up their pages to stream. The support from the community will be able to ensure they get to do this as a full-time job and focus in on the esports world. We need more of players like these, and therefore we need to support them. Make it a point to find out all of the pages from these ladies who are participating in the competition and make sure you give them a like and share out all of their streams so they can continue to grow in here as the competition grows.
Yes, exactly. It's really important to really support one another, especially with a game like this and a tournament like this where they're actually showing love to the ladies of Call of Duty Mobile. And I'm very proud to be actually casting this, especially being a woman like myself in the pro esports community. And it's going to be interesting how all of these players will fare, especially in our day number 2, which is going to be tomorrow. I think we're going to be seeing a completely different matchup tomorrow. We're going to be definitely seeing all of these teams that are doing well do even better. And I'm just hoping the teams that didn't really do well today really do their homework and do amazing for day number 2.
Yeah, so that's a very big request. It's a huge request for those who did well to do even better because, this is a single round robin where each and every one of those teams will have to meet the other one time at the group stages. And there have been some standout teams. XDG, can you imagine XDG taking a match up against the Velvet Ladies? Oh, goodness me. That is going to be one where are we going to be able to call it down the line and see exactly which one pulls the W? Or is it going to be pulled out all the way through, leaving us guessing till the very end? In this series, it was pretty easy to guess, but we want to see the progress from here on end.
Exactly. The teams I'm actually really, really looking forward to, the absolute monster that is Velvet and AIM Artemis. Because both of these teams did so well. Again, I know a lot of people did have that sweep here, but it says how much of a dominating win that they had. And these two teams absolutely dominated. Singapore versus Philippines, Velvet versus AIM. Now that is the matchup that I'm really, really looking forward to.
SGMY Saviors in here so far. Team Velvet. Go, go, go. So many hot stars, so many hot names in there. And here's the thing, right? That's a lot of pressure on their shoulders as well to come in here and perform because the expectations are there. And when you have got a team that steps in here to show that, they can jump in as a bunch of friends who just wanted to try. What's it going to be like in a tournament and make it through the qualifiers and be here? If they are giving here so much of expectations on them, what more for a team that has been, can be considered a veteran in the Call of Duty Mobile female division?
Now look at this pretty standings week day 1. Look at how balanced everything is. It's so balanced. It's basically top 1 and top 2. There is nothing else here. There's going to be the top, which is going to be XDG LXIX, Gaijin, Invicta, Velvet, and also AIM Artemis for that top 1 spot. And for the bottom 2, it's going to be 21 Huntress, it's going to be Sukeban, Team Eve, and also NU Genesis. Now, again, these are going to change in the following days, and it's going to be important to actually give your support to all of these teams because they really, really need it. Now, looking at this scoreboard, AJ, what do you think about all of these points?
Yeah, I think it's just day number 1, opening it up with a flashlight. Tomorrow we will find out whether or not the consistency is the name of the game. Scheduled for day 2, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, NU Genesis will open things up against Team Eve. And then AIM Artemis will meet XDG LXIX. Gaijin Invicta will then take on Team Velvet. 21 Huntress will meet Sukeban. Are we...
Now, all of these matchups, I can already tell that there is not going to be a sweep for tomorrow. NU Genesis going against Team Eve. Now, these matchups, I think NU Genesis might be a little bit more powerful, but then we can never tell. With AIM Artemis versus XDG LXIX. Now, this one, I'm very interested in seeing. I don't know who's going to win here. I think it's just about like really the small decisions that you're going to be making. XDG.
Hey, you know what? I don't understand why some casters are just so afraid to just say who they think are going to win. I mean, it's what we do. We call out based on the performance, and XDG has shown so much of promise in the competition so far, and they have shown the ability to just shut those players out. And AIM Artemis, no matter how good they seemed, they were held back, if you ask me, by Team Eve, who managed to give them a run for their money. So that just kind of, puts XDG in here with a little bit of a, extra advantage, I would say. I don't know. Would you even consider that an advantage?
Honestly, I do, because you just look at the enemies that they had. It was completely different. It was basically Team Eve and 21 Huntress. You already know 21 Huntress is probably like I don't know. That opponent has been already in the pro scene. They've already had that experience. So maybe they had the more interesting opponent rather than Team Eve, who just is fresh off the scene. So I think that's going to be interesting. I don't know. I don't want to say. But again, we do give credit when credit is due. It's not being biased. It's just what we see on the screen.
Yeah. I mean, anybody who says I'm biased, can kiss my booty.
Him biased?
It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is what it is. I mean, we saw such dominating gameplay coming in here from 4 teams, and we just saw the 4 other absolutely just tanking all of the blows that were handed out. But tomorrow, as we go in here, things will be changed. Why? The winners will be meeting the winners, and the ones who tank those L's will be meeting the ones who tank those L's. So if today was a question mark, tomorrow will be somewhat of a answer halfway there. We will be able to see truly who sits at the top and then who sits at the bottom. And from then on, the story will be written. Are they going to be able to climb the ladders and force the ones to sit up at the top down the ladder beef?
I think it's going to be a more interesting day 2 compared to day number 1. Because we already know the clear distinction as to who are the stronger ones in this day, then who's the one that's having a difficult time adjusting. And tomorrow, knowing that they can really study all of the plays that what happened today, knowing that they can actually find that way, that halfway point of, okay, we need to get better, we need to really improve our plays. And they're going against the teams that also took the L. So tomorrow is going to be a big, big question mark because of who's going to be on top, basically.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So if you were thinking of missing day 2, you make sure you block your calendar, because we'll be right back tomorrow, exact same time, 8 p.m. All right, so mark your calendars. And here's the thing. Don't forget, for all of you who have not voted just yet, hashtag Valkyrie followed by the name of your player to nominate them for the Valkyrie Honor Award. We will be only giving it out to one person who manages to steal the hearts of all of the community. Who is that going to be? I'm definitely going to, be making a huge statement by picking my Valkyries. I'll pick a Valkyrie from each team, and I'll let you guys know later on today.
Yep, exactly. I already have my picks in my head from day 1 so far, but I really want to be proven wrong. I want to have my mouth open. Like, what? That came from that player? I didn't expect that to happen. And I already know in this competition, which is so heated up already from day number 1, my opinion is going to change after week number 2, because we are going to be choosing 8 people from each team after week 2 and eventually heading over to the playoffs. So I'm going to be seeing what's going to happen over there.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Well, are you done picking? If you're not done picking, no problem. We still have got way more time in here. Scratch whatever I told you earlier where I said, just go in there and vote for one person. Not necessarily, right? Because one person out of each team can make it through to the next round as long as you go in there and vote for them. So see who is that shining star of each of the teams that are in here, and go make sure they stand a fighting chance for the award that they truly deserve.
Yep, exactly. And today has been an amazing day number 1. Completely explosive, completely amazing. We totally couldn't tell that it was going to sweep at the end of the day, I'm just saying. But then it's going to be interesting to have a day number 2 and day number 3 and so on and so forth, because we already know these ladies are really up here for the challenge. They're already showing us how well they can really do in the pro scene so far. And I'm really interested what's going to happen at the very end, especially within you guys. You guys give us life. You guys just give us such amazing entertainment. So just keep commenting, keep sharing, and even though that the tournament is going to be ending for day number 1, just don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to like the tournament. If you're on Facebook, go like it, go share it, go comment your goodbyes. And also if you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to Garena as well.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for hitting that like and smashing those shares as well. My name's AJ. I'm the Mustachio down here with the one and only Beef Mommy. We will catch you guys tomorrow.